The following is a special sports broadcast presentation of Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg. Play ball! It's time for the fun and excitement of West Virginia high school baseball. Today's game is being brought to you by
Smallwood and Small Insurance, Thomas Miller Agent, Administrative Drive, Martinsburg. Cider Press Restaurant, Exit 5, Inwood. Trips Floor Sanding and Berkeley Fashion Flooring in Inwood. Chris Ross with Milestone Realty, Tavern Road, Martinsburg. The Mortgage Center in the Aiken Center, Martinsburg. Dynamark Atlantic Security, your local alarm professional. Holly's VIP Northside, Veronica Drive, Martinsburg. Art McBee Insurance, Martinsburg and Berkeley Springs. D&N Auto Specialists off Tavern Road, Martinsburg. And Heffley Motors, HeffleyMotorCompany.com.
And now for the pregame show. Let's go out to the field and join our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team.
Martinsburg as the 2 seed. Musselman, the 3 seed, and Spring Mills will be the 4 seed, while over in Section 2, it is Jefferson who will get the top seed, and they will draw a bye in the 3-team section, meaning the 2 seed Washington will open by hosting the 3 seed Hampshire today after the were cast and coming in seven straight before their last loss, and that was over the weekend in a doubleheader Friday at Morgantown. Suffered a loss in Game 1 of that doubleheader, 6-3, bounced back with an 11-3 win in Game 2. Jefferson was supposed to have played Musselman yesterday. That game was postponed due to rain. Meanwhile, Hedgesville coming off of a win on Saturday at Hampshire. And the Eagles likewise were scheduled to play yesterday. However, that game
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%. Parsons' goal of financing for all. And Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars, too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
This is Ben Copenhaver, your local alarm professional at Dynamark Atlantic Security. Did you know that home break-ins are 6% more likely during the day? That's right. The bad guys know when you're away, and they are smarter than you think. Dynamark Atlantic Security has the security solutions for you. Don't commit the error when the game is on the line. Phone me today at 304-671-2158 to learn how to play good defense against the bad guys. Dynamark Atlantic Security. Call today at 304-671-2158.
This is Matt Miller, along with my wife, Dale.
As homeowners, we've been through the mortgage process several times, and each time we went to Mark and Cheryl Savitt at the Mortgage Center.
They treat you like family with personal one-on-one service, walking with you through the process from application to settlement.
Plus, low interest rates and closing costs.
The Mortgage Center is on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Phone 304-267-9040.
Or online at mortgagefinancing.com. NMLS number 237527, equal housing lender. Looking to buy a home in the Eastern Panhandle? Having trouble getting your house sold? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. A Martinsburg High School graduate, Chris knows the local market, and he's proven it as the #1 real estate team in West Virginia in 2019. Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. Phone 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Let's celebrate your real estate milestone together.
Heffley Motor Company, serving the Eastern Panhandle for over 17 years. Known for our wide variety of vehicles at great prices, we are the area's only pre-owned Carfax Advantage dealer.
Save yourself time and money. Come see us. You'll be glad you did.
And don't forget our popular detailing service to keep your car looking brand new. We're proud to be your partner serving the community. You're local, we're local, why not buy local? Heffley Motor Company, a nice place to do business.
All right, Matt, when it comes to flooring, you can't beat luxury vinyl. It's waterproof, easy to clean and maintain, extremely durable, and looks great.
Are you nuts? Hardwood flooring's the way to go. It's durable, easy to maintain, matches every decor, and increases the value of your home instantly.
All right, one thing we can agree on is Trips Floor Sanding and Berkeley Fashion Flooring. They'll take care of you with great selection, service, and pricing.
Whether it's hardwood or luxury vinyl, call Trips at 304-229-7009.
Or visit tripsfloorsanding.com.
Everyone, and welcome in to Eagle Field. It's the home of Hedgesville Eagles High School baseball tonight. It is the site of a big matchup in the region as Hedgesville host the Jefferson Cougars. It's a matchup of the top 2 teams in the region based on rankings that came out earlier today. For Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10 Sports, Matt Miller along with Matt Crawford. Donald Kinney is running our camera today. Sherry Dieter Davis is our on-site producer, and Colin McLaughlin is our engineer at the studio. Our apologies, some technical difficulties in getting this one underway, but hopefully we have those worked out, and our unit is now sending out the proper signal. And Matt, I'm hopeful that it stays because we have what should be a good matchup.
Yeah, for the last couple of weeks we've been referring to these two teams as two of the best teams in the region, and as of about 4:30 this afternoon, it is officially the 2 top teams in the region and the top teams in each of their respective sections. And this should be, while we talked to Coach Lowry a little bit earlier, while this game, he used the word, has slightly meaningless at this point in the season. I think both coaches, while you're not necessarily playing for the seeding anymore, you're still trying to get certain guys on the mound and make sure they have work. You want guys going into the postseason, which starts a week from today, getting the right swings at the plate. There's still a lot you can take away from this, maybe individual-wise rather than as a team.
Well, and I'm thinking, too, you're trying to develop some confidence in this matchup if you are Hedgesville, because when these teams met earlier this year, Matt, now it was all the way back on April 20th, so it was a while ago. It was Jefferson with a 10-0 victory in that one, and Hedgesville mustered up just 2 hits against Daquan Shipe. They clearly want to come out and have a better effort in this one.
Well, it's not going to get any easier tonight against Riley Vidaz. He has been one of the aces. Again, we look at this Jefferson team, we've said this throughout the year, that doesn't necessarily have the one or two lockdown pitchers that you usually see from a Cougar baseball team, but they've got guys that are pretty darn consistent on the mound. And while they're not going to blow up by you with the fastball or have those devastating breaking balls, they're guys that can get the job done, and it's shown as a team with a sub-3 ERA.
Yeah, 2.40 is the team ERA, 176 strikeouts to 72 walks in 137 innings pitched for this Jefferson pitching staff. Well, as we get the starting lineups here, let's take a look at them as well. Matt, we start with the visiting Jefferson Cougars.
In the leadoff spot, playing left field, number 9, Connor Bailey. Batting second, playing third base, Cullen Horowitz. The true DH, Reagan Ollinger, will bat third. He is batting for Riley Vidaz. In the cleanup spot, first baseman, big lefty, Zach Rose. In center field, batting fifth, Sam Wabnitz. Batting sixth is Camion Gonzalez. He will play shortstop. Hitting seventh is catcher Sammy Roberts. Hitting eighth, playing second base, is Kellen Kisner. And rounding out the batting order is right fielder Peyton Corwin.
There you go, and the coaching staff for Jefferson led by none other than John Lowry Sr., 48 years with the Cougars, 50 overall, assisted by Ken Cross and J.P. Jones, along with Arthur Dodson, Chuck Hamilton as well. Great JV staff, and man, this team has been outstanding once again this year. 44 consecutive 20-plus win seasons at 20-2 coming in. Now for the Hedgesville Eagles.
They come in with a record of 17-7, leading off playing center field, Thomas Budka. Hitting second, playing short, Kyle West. In right field, batting third is Caden DeLauder. In the cleanup spot, third baseman Riley Bubb. Doing the catching and batting fifth, Aiden Milton. Colby Blau is a true DH in the number 6 spot. He is the DH for pitcher Jackson Ruest. Tyler Smith is in the 7th spot. He will play first. Playing second in the field and batting eighth is Braylon Connor. And Cam Lady, rounding out your Hedgesville batting order, he is in left.
Eric Grove, the head coach for the Hedgesville Eagles, third season, second on the field after the COVID virus wiped out last year. Nicky Brown, Derek Snyder, along with Scott Budka, Mike Quinn, and Brian Mosley, a part of that coaching staff for Hedgesville. 17-7 on the season, winners of 4 in a row, trying to make it 5 straight and trying to avenge an earlier season loss against these Cougars. And Matt, when you look at this series as a whole, it doesn't get much closer. Since 2013 up until earlier this season and the first matchup of the year, Hedgesville has actually won 5 of the last 7 and 10 of the 19 matchups, with Jefferson 10 wins for Hedgesville, 9 for the Cougars.
Well, and again, you're not going to be able to hear it in our pregame interviews due to some of the issues we were having getting on the air, but if John Lowry Sr. and the numbers that we gave, if he is able to talk about your tradition and the history of your program and that respect he has for your program, I think that says a lot. And Hedgesville has deserved it, especially when you look at the last 7 to 10 years. This has been right there with Jefferson as the 2 teams in the Eastern Panhandle that you hardly can't mention Eastern Panhandle baseball without either one of these 2 teams.
A 2013 state championship for this Eagles program, and the last time they were able to be on the field for a full season, that was 2019. It was the Eagles who got the victory over Jefferson in that regional tournament, and Hedgesville went on to the state semifinals where they dropped a tough 1-0 decision against Hurricane. Well, that wraps up our look at the lineups as we pause here for the anthem, a 2-minute timeout. When we come back, we've got the opening pitch and play-by-play of West Virginia high school baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood & Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandsmall.com.
Erie Insurance. Craving lunch or dinner? The Cider Press restaurant inside Taylor's Farm Market has what you're craving. Awarded one of the 101 most unique places to eat in West Virginia, the Cider will fill you up with their delicious fresh orchard panini, mouth-watering smoker burger, farmer's daughter Cobb salad, and more. The Cider Press also serves a wide selection of craft beer and hard ciders. The Cider Press, serving lunch and dinner daily and where the food is fresh. You'll feel right at home. Now offering online ordering at Cider Press Deli and Grill.com.
All right, Matt, when it comes to flooring, you can't beat luxury vinyl. It's waterproof, easy to clean and maintain, extremely durable, and looks great.
Are you nuts? Hardwood flooring's the way to go. It's durable, easy to maintain, matches every decor, and increases the value of your home instantly.
All right, one thing we can agree on is Trips Floor Sanding and Berkeley Fashion Flooring. They'll take care of you with great selection, service, and pricing.
Whether it's hardwood or luxury vinyl, call Trips at 304-229-7009.
Or visit tripsfloorsanding.com.
A reputation for caring, a legacy of service. At Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations, it's been our story since 1880. A family-owned business, we support the needs and wishes of families. We offer traditional services, as well as many options for cremation, customized remembrances, and pre-planning. Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations retains its family atmosphere and stays true to its roots. Contact us for advanced planning, or at your time of loss. We're here when you need us.
We welcome you back into
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still...
And Matt, you're looking at a youngster on the hill getting in his warm-up tosses for the Eagles. They turn to the sophomore for the start.
Yeah, Jackson Arrest going to get the start on the mound tonight. It'll be his third start, his 10th game played, and it certainly seems like this is going to be one of those names you're going to hear every season at Hedgesville High School for the next couple of seasons. He comes in with a 3-0 record, 22 innings on the hill, a 1.6 ERA, 16 hits given up, 7 runs. 5 of those have been earned, and a 17-11 strikeout-to-walk ratio.
So got to keep those walks down in this one. That is one thing that we did hear from Eric Grove as we got a chance to talk with both coaches before getting on the air. And Coach Grove was saying the thing that you have to do against Jefferson is limit those base runners. They're going to hit the baseball. We know that, but we can't issue a lot of walks. We can't have defensive lapses and commit errors. Those are the things that hurt in a matchup like this.
And unfortunately for Ruess, again, it's not going to be an easy out. Anybody in this lineup, but you got to go after them. You can't give them free bases because we know they can play small ball just about as well as they can hit the ball over the ballpark, so you're just going to have to do a good job of locating those pitches inside, outside, working in the breaking ball, working in that fastball, so it's going to have to be your best stuff tonight. Jefferson earns that every time they go to the plate. You need to give them your best stuff, and we'll see what the youngster has tonight. I'm looking forward to it.
The sun sets behind the press box and the hillside that is back of the press box, and the shadows for the press box beginning to stretch out across the field. But right now, Ruest is in the sun. Hard to see up the middle of the field for those middle infielders, pitcher and center fielder. First pitch of this ball game coming at 6:58, and the fastball's on the outside corner for strike one.
And you mentioned hard to see for the middle infield. We saw that in the throwdown after the end of the warm-up pitches. Second baseman going over and covering and couldn't even see the baseball. Had to bail out of the way to avoid getting hit by it.
Here's a fastball working low and outside to Connor Bailey. 1-1 now to the left fielder and leadoff hitter. A junior, one of 5 juniors and 5 seniors in this experienced Jefferson order.
Bailey, a .365 hitter in that leadoff spot.
1-1 pitch, fouled out a play off the first base side. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yeah, he had 12 walks to his 23 hits in 63 at-bats, and it's a .475 on-base percentage. And just 4 strikeouts out of that leadoff spot. Does a great job of putting the ball in play.
Sits back in that right-hand batter's box, but a pretty wide stance.
The 1-2 pitch bounces out in front of the plate. Now at 2 balls and 2 strikes, Aiden Milton has to go get that one in the grass a little ways up the first base line after it bounced off that chest protector.
And we were told to watch the delivery of Jackson Arrest tonight. Apparently a very over-the-top pitcher. And the only thing with throwing those curveballs is you're going to highlight those pretty quick coming over the top.
2-2 pitch, lifted in the air and foul back out of play again off that first base side. There was a breaking pitch, so it holds at 2 balls, 2 strikes on Bailey. Cullen Horowitz due next, then Reagan Allinger. Pretty good top of the order for Jefferson.
Pretty good order, period.
Yes. Rue West ready. The left-hander works from the third base side of the pitching rubber, delivers a fastball hit in the air down the right field line. DeLauder moving over into foul territory. Near the tarp, reaches out, makes the grab. He was actually behind that tarp as he made that catch and then caught himself as he went up against the chain link fence.
From our vantage point, it looked like he was going to run right into that tarp, but a good job knowing his surroundings. Again, that helps me at the home ballpark. That's a Jefferson Cougar in right field. Maybe not as quick to make that play because you're trying to figure out, okay, where's the tarp, where's the fence? But when you practice here, when you play here half your games, it makes that a little bit easier. Still not an easy catch. A heck of a play in right field by DeLauder, but that's a little bit of that home field advantage.
So Bailey is retired, and it brings up Cullen Horowitz, and a breaking pitch to him misses Hagen outside.
The Bear, a .452 hitter, 13 home runs and 35 driven in on the season.
A brand new Jefferson single-season record with those 13 home runs. Breaking pitch this time catches that outside edge. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And the 13th home run, which we saw him hit against Martinsburg,
Crushed.
was the all-time record at Jefferson.
The 1-1 fastball high and outside. Now at 2 balls and a strike. Yeah, that one well out over the 365 mark in left center down at Sager Field.
Broke the 30-plus year record set by John Lowry Jr.
Here comes that 2-1 delivery. That one again missing outside, 3 balls and a strike. And at 3-1, can't imagine he'll get much of a chance to swing. The Bear with 28 hits in 62 at-bats, but it's also been walked 19 times.
And if it's anywhere near the zone, I would imagine there is a hearty cut taken.
And there was. It was a curveball, and he rips it past the shortstop West and out into left center field. Horowitz got the green light, and on that 3-1 delivers the game's first hit.
I don't think it's very often he doesn't get the green light with the way he's been swinging the bat this year. And that one a scorcher to the left of Kyle West, getting into the outfield, and Jefferson's got a 1-out base runner.
And you're talking 9 doubles and 13 home runs. So that's 22, right? 22 hits that are extra base hits. Horowitz has 28 total hits. That's just his 7th single. That right there is a victory for Rue West, just keeping him at first. First pitch to Reagan Allinger, missing for ball 1.
It's the little victories, right?
That's it. Hey, it's the little things. Rue West looking at the runner as a left-hand pitcher, delivers to the plate, and that one down low, 2 balls and no strikes. Not a big lead over there at first for Horowitz, held on by Tyler Smith. Allinger no slouch at the plate either, 385 the average. And Matt, he's got 3 home runs. Second on this team with 22 driven in. Takes on the inside corner. Nice pitch there. It's 2-1.
And I love the 1 strikeout number. To me, that's very impressive.
And what do you mean by that?
He only has 1 strikeout on the season.
And how many at-bats?
In 52 plate appearances.
That's very good on the high school level as he takes a strike on the outside edge here, and it's 2-2.
That's good at any level.
Yeah.
There are major league guys doing that with the amount of strikeouts that are happening right now in Major League Baseball.
2 ball, 2 strike delivery. Here it comes. That breaking pitch just missed. Tell you got to like the start for the sophomore so far. He's really mixed his pitches, changed speeds, worked in that breaking pitch, the fastball. He's gone inside, he's gone outside. He'll look at the runner at first and deliver a payoff pitch. Allinger ready. Now he asks for time and gets it. Just as Rue West was starting, he had lifted that leg and began to move forward a little bit, so he just puts that front foot down, takes a little circle around the third base side of the mound, and now ready to go again. Here we go. 3 ball, 2 strike pitch. Fastball low and outside, ball 4. So the base on balls will give Jefferson 2 base runners at first and second with just 1 out, and it brings up the hard-hitting Zach Rose.
And Rose has brought that average up a good bit over the last couple of weeks. A 300 hitter all season long, so wasn't ever not hitting the ball very well, but now up to 421, has driven in 15, now as a runner in scoring position with Horowitz at second. He does have 2 home runs as well.
Left-hand batter awaits and takes a pitch down low and outside. That is ball 1. Rose, very well built in that left-hand batter's box. Getting ready to take his game to Shepherd University. 1 ball, no strike delivery, breaking pitch up and in, and that's ball 2. Now you're in a tough spot. 2 balls, no strikes on a very good hitter. Runners at first and second, just 1 out. You don't want to give in and put one right down the middle, but you also don't want to get into a 3-ball situation. Hate to put another runner on. And here's a fastball that misses outside. That is ball 3. And here's the very thing that Hedgesville coach Eric Grove was talking about, can't give base runners. After the single from Horowitz, a walk to Allinger. And with 2 on, now a 3-0 delivery coming here, and it's down low and outside. That is ball 4, and the bases are loaded. So Horowitz goes to third. Allinger is at second. Rose now on at first. And here comes Sam Wabnitz, but not before Aiden Milton, the catcher, out for a quick conference with his pitcher. This is a Jefferson team, Matt, that through 22 games is averaging 9.7 runs per game. You're talking 215 runs that they have scored, and of the 215 scored, 190 have been driven in. Runs batted in. So they're not getting a lot of cheap runs right now. Chance for some runs here as Wabnitz now in the box. That conference on the mound concluded, and the first pitch down low, and that is a ball. Wabnitz, a junior, starting in center field. Hasn't had a ton of at-bats, just 28 on the season. Does have 6 hits. That's a .214 average. But he's got a homer and 7 driven in. Right-hand batter takes, and there's a belt-high fastball outside corner for a strike.
Yeah, if there's a guy in this lineup that you want to see right here if you're Jackson or Rest, this would be him. The low batting order in the lineup, just .214, 6 hits, has driven in 7, but also just about a 3-to-1 strikeout ratio.
Yeah, swings through that 1-1 delivery, now with a ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, 6 strikeouts and just 2 walks. So you know he is going to enter the box swinging.
See what Wabnitz can do. Very good defensive center fielder. We have seen him. Good speed, covers ground, gets a good read on the ball when he's out there defensively. 1-2 breaking pitch. It's a called strike 3, and that's a nice pitch from Rue West on the outside corner.
And that's a huge out because now a ground ball, you're going to the closest bag with the bases loaded. Home, third, second, or first. See if Rue West can get out of the inning. None of these base runners hurt unless they cross home plate. Just brings that pitch count up a little bit.
Yeah, that's the only issue. Camion Gonzalez, shortstop and number 6 hitter, into the right-hand batter's box with that slightly closed stance, and he takes that breaking pitch for strike 1. He's got pretty good movement on that. Guess you would call it a curve ball as it has that motion. The 0-1 delivery on the way. Fastball fouled straight back. He's ahead of the hitter, 0-2.
Now that'll be the only question is if he gets too reliant on that curveball. This is a Jefferson team that is going to learn to wait back and drive one. Obviously working pretty well right now. Hopefully he doesn't get too reliant on that curveball.
Gonzalez, a .371 average, a couple of homers. He's driven in 17. Big chance here with 2 outs and the bases loaded. No score, top of the first. An 0-2 pitch due. Rue West ready. Here it comes. Just missed off that outside corner.
Had the entire infield fooled.
Yeah.
Aiden Milton popped up as if he was going to jog off the field, and every infielder took about 2 steps to their left going back towards the dugout.
So they count a ball and 2 strikes. And the pitch. That one bounces in front of the plate. Nice job by Milton to smother that baseball. Able to glove it, and the count moves to 2-2. Now a big pitch coming up in this at-bat. You don't want to go 3-2 with 2 outs. That gives those runners a chance to be off with that 3-2 delivery. Let's see what happens on this break-even pitch. Gonzalez in the right-hand box. Lefty on the hill ready. Here's the pitch. Grounded sharply back up the middle. Over to his left. West has it, and the shortstop with the underhand shovel. Getting it to Braylon Connor at second. They get the force out of Zach Rose. The inning is over. And as you said, Matt, no damage done. Now the bases loaded for Jefferson in the first. A 1-out single, a couple of base on balls, but a strikeout and then a fielder's choice ground ball end the inning without a run scoring. We'll head to the bottom of the first when we come back. It's Jefferson, 0. Hedgesville coming to the plate.
Remember that last trip to the auto mechanic?
I also think your solenoid gasket is bad.
What?
Yep, that'll be another $500.
Forget that and go to D&N Auto Specialist at 230 Tavern Road, Martinsburg, where honesty is their best policy. Serving the Eastern Panhandle since 1974, D&N Auto is family-owned and operated, specializing in exhaust alignments and tires. From general maintenance to major overhauls, they'll treat you right. Call D&N Auto Specialist at 304-267-4078.
WVU Medicine introduces a new minimally invasive hysterectomy surgery to our area. V-Notes is an advanced gynecologic technique that provides many benefits to patients, such as shorter hospital stays, less post-operative pain, faster recoveries, and no visible scars. Dr. Aaron Miller and Dr. Lori Tucker with WVU Medicine OBGYN in Martinsburg are the only OBGYNs in the Baltimore, Washington metropolitan area currently offering this cutting-edge procedure. WVU Medicine, the future of surgery is here.
No score as we move to the bottom half of inning number 1. Jackson Ruest able to pitch out of a jam, leaving the bases loaded in the top of the first. And now the Eagles will have Thomas Budka, Kyle West, and Caden DeLauder, top 3 in the order, to face Riley Vidaz. Guess you would say the ace of the staff for Jefferson.
Yeah, I think you got to give him that credit now that we've gotten towards the end of the regular season. He comes in with a perfect 5-0 record, a 1.69 ERA, and 29 innings pitched. This will be his 7th start, his 8th appearance on the year. 28 hits given up, 11 runs, 7 of those earned, 44 strikeouts to just 8 walks.
There's the key. You know you're going to get strikes. Let's see if Hedgesville is aggressive at the plate as Thomas Budka, the senior center fielder, makes his way to that right-hand batter's box. Budka with a 375 average, no homers, 11 driven in, 27 hits in 72 at-bats. The right-hander takes, and the fastball misses outside, ball 1. Beautiful evening for baseball, sunny skies, and our temperature holding right around 80. Fastball again, just missing away for ball 2. One thing we've noticed, this is at least the 3rd time we've seen Vidaz this season, and he tends to work quickly.
Yeah, no doubt about it, especially with nobody on.
2-0 pitch inside. We'd have it 3 balls, no strikes. Dave Boyd, by the way, is our plate umpire calling balls and strikes. Jeff King is on the bases. 3-0 delivery, and that one misses high, and that's ball 4. A 4-pitch walk to Thomas Budka to get this game started. Just the 9th walk, as you were mentioning, for Vidaz. 12th time that Budka has drawn a walk.
And you got to wonder if the sun's got anything to do with it, as it's right in Vidaz's eyes right now. He was fixing his landing point a little bit on the front of the mound. See if he adjusts that anymore, if he slides a little bit more to one side of the plate or the other.
Kyle West, the batter, left-hand hitter with a hole to hit through as Zach Rose holds Budka at first, and it's a fastball on the outside edge. There is strike 1.
That's a good frame by Sammy Roberts. Just that little wrist twist at the very end. That one, definitely a borderline pitch. I'm not saying it wasn't a strike to begin with, but definitely that frame at the end helping.
Throw over to first. Back in on the dive goes Budka. Yeah, the shadows continuing to stretch, but right now only reaching about knee level on the pitcher. The rest of his body is in that sun. Here's a pitch working down low and away. 1-1 to West, who leads this team with a 443 average, 35 hits in 79 at-bats, and leads in those power numbers as well, Matt. 6 homers, 35 driven in.
And it's really, just blown by everybody in those numbers when you look at RBI and home runs. Next closest run driven in is Riley Bubb with 27, so an 8 RBI difference and a 4 home run difference.
Vidaz again with that throw over to first, now ready to work to the hitter again, and misses down low and inside. 2 balls and a strike.
Definitely sees the zip on the fastball from Vidaz. Just a matter of control early on here so far.
He's ready with that 2-1. Here it comes, lifted in the air off the left field side. Cullen Horowitz moving over into foul territory, and the third baseman able to make that grab, and a very dangerous hitter retired on the pop out to third. So Horowitz ranging back to his right in foul territory, hauls that one in. We've got one down with a runner at first.
Apologize for watching on TV 10 or YouTube. In every field where we have to set our main camera up, there's usually one blind spot, and that was it. But Cullen Horowitz did make that catch, but it was blocked by the third base dugout, so apologize for that. But he did make the catch.
Yeah, pretty routine. He did his job. Got there, got underneath of it, and made that grab. Well, another throw over from Vidaz, really working hard to keep Budka close at first, and now goes to work with the first pitch to Caden DeLauder outside for ball one. DeLauder, a junior, starting in right field, number 3 hitter in the order. One of 2 juniors in this lineup. There are 2 sophomores and 6 seniors for Hedgesville. Fastball low and inside, 2-0.
And DeLauder's not only worked his way up the batting order this year, but he's worked his way into the batting order this year. Was not one of those original 9 at the beginning of the season for Coach Eric Grove. Started in that 7, 8, 9 spot and has worked his way up as the season has gone on and turned into a fun guy to watch in the heart of the order.
Another throw over to first. Budka back in on the dive. Hedgesville in the white baseball pants, the yellow jersey tops with the blue lettering and white trim. 2-0 pitch to DeLauder inside for ball 3. Jefferson in the road grays pants and jersey tops with the maroon lettering and the white and gold trim. Well, he walked Budka on 4 pitches. Will he do it again here? Nope, the 3-0 right down the middle. DeLauder taking, and it's 3 balls and a strike. Vidaz with very good control numbers coming in when you looked at the strikeouts and walks, but has labored a bit early on in this one. Now that 3-1, down low and outside, and there is the base on balls. 8 walks through 29 innings coming in. He's walked 2 of the first 3 batters in this one. Hedgesville has runners at first and second with 1 away for Riley Bubb.
And they got to take advantage of it. Again, this is not something you're going to see often as John Lowry Sr. is going to walk to the mound. That you do see often, especially early on in games. He is the king of early mound visits.
And that slow stroll.
Yes.
This time from the third base dugout. At home at Sager Field, it's from the first base side. And while we have a chance, we say hello to Mrs. Lowry, who we know is joining the broadcast, the telecast here this evening. We are glad that you are watching. Hey, let's talk about it briefly as well. Are you ready? John Lowry Sr. comes in with 1,352 wins, just 354 losses and 3 ties. Think about that. A win tonight in this one and another win without a loss would put him at 1,000 games over 500. Is that nuts or what? First pitch to Riley Bubb with action underway, and it is a strike. And whatever Lowry said, it worked, right?
Yeah, I mean, those numbers are just hard to wrap your head around.
Oh, yeah.
In the sports world, being that much better wins than losses is hard to wrap your head around.
Breaking pitch stays up and in to the right-hand hitting Bubb, now at 1-1. Yeah, I mean, just 1,352 wins, 354 losses. Crazy. Bubb awaits. The runners with their leads. Gonzalez at short, ducking in behind the runner at second, going back into position as the pitch gets fouled off at the plate for strike 2. Bubb with a 347 average. He's got a couple of homers, 27 driven in. Second on this team in both of those power categories as far as home runs and RBI. The 1-ball, 2-strike pitch due from Vidaz. Rose plays behind the runner at first with runners at first and second. Breaking pitch inside, got away from Vidaz, and that hits Bubb, who spins and takes it in the backside.
Both pitchers laboring a little bit in the first inning of work. And now we have the bases loaded in the bottom of the first, just the way we did in the top of the first, and the bases loaded with 1 out, the same way we did in the top of the first. Jefferson couldn't get a run across. Let's see if Hedgesville can break it open early.
The number 5 hitter, Aiden Milton, to the plate, and he swings and fouls the fastball to the backstop for strike 1.
Corners playing in for Jefferson infield, or middle infield is going to play double play depth.
Milton, a right-hand batter, senior catcher. Has that average up to 305. No homers, 16 batted in. Fouls this one to the backstop. And Vidaz has battled ahead now. 0-2.
Going back to the fastball. Haven't seen a whole lot of breaking stuff over the past couple of batters other than the one that hit Riley Bubb just a batter ago. Let's see if he sticks with the fastball.
0-2. There it comes, and it's hit in the air into left field. Pretty deep, moving back on a Connor Bailey. He's got it. Tagging at third and racing to the plate is Budka. He'll score as the throw gets cut off. So Milton with a sacrifice fly has his 17th run batted in on the season. It brings Budka home from third and gives Hedgesville the 1-0 lead.
It's getting a job done early. You don't want to waste an opportunity with the bases loaded, so that's getting a job done early. Even if you only get one here in the inning, That's a big early run against Jefferson.
2 outs now. The other runners had to hold, so DeLauder is at second with Bub at first, and it brings up Colby Blau. Right-hand batter. Swings at the first pitch, sends this one foul. It will go out of play down the right field line for strike one. So Hedgesville with the early lead. That's pretty big after holding Jefferson with the bases loaded, 1 out, and not scoring in the top of the first to play to run here in the bottom of the first. Pitch to the plate, swing and a miss at a high inside fastball, strike two.
That swung out of his shoes that Colby Blau had happy feet on that swing.
Vidaz with a couple of good fastballs. Will he stick with that fastball? 0-2. Do, here it comes, and he does, and that fastball way up out of the zone, ball one.
Got him to chase the last pitch, so why not? Keep it upstairs, see if you can get him to chase another one. We've certainly seen that across the Eastern Panhandle this year.
We have.
With batters going up the ladder.
The 1-2 strike pitch to the plate. Swing and a miss, he got him. So Blau goes down on strikes. It brings the inning to a close, but Hedgesville does strike first. A couple of walks, a hit batter, and a sacrifice fly from Aiden Milton, and the Eagles are on the board after one. Hedgesville 1 and Jefferson nothing.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood & Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandsmall.com.
Erie Insurance.
Babe, I'm hungry.
Where do you want to go?
I don't know. You pick.
Chinese?
No, not feeling it.
Mexican?
No, we just had that over the weekend.
You pick.
Let's go to the Cider Press restaurant. They have a new smoker burger. I think you'd really like it.
The Cider Press restaurant inside Taylor's Farm Market has what you're craving, where the food is fresh and you feel right at home. Exit 5 right off I-81 in Inwood, or online at ciderpressdeliandgrill.com.
What?
Let's go to inning number 2 here at Eagle Field. Jefferson will send the 7, 8, and 9 hitters to face Jackson Rue West. In that first inning, Matt, 30 pitches, 14 for strikes, and 16 out of the zone, and yet Rue West, despite walking a couple of batters and loading them up with just 1 out, escaped without a run scoring. See if he can get through a 1-2-3 inning. Sammy Roberts to get it started. The catcher and number 7 hitter takes outside ball 1. Roberts, one of those 5 juniors in the starting order. Swings and grounds this one sharply past the diving third baseman, Bub, playing in on the grass, or at least right at the fringe of that infield grass in the dirt. Had to dive to his left and could not get it. Base hit for Roberts.
Yeah, and to a righty, usually you're playing a little more down the line than that, so that's going to be a base hit no matter what, because he was playing awfully far over towards second base for a righty hitter.
Sammy Roberts as the catcher, already making his way over to the dugout, as we'll have a courtesy runner, and that is Mason LaFollette. So a courtesy runner moving over to first. Be there with nobody out, and Kellen Kinsler standing in. Kinsler looking at that first pitch for ball 1, the junior second baseman. Bats from the right side, stands about middle of that batter's box as he takes a fastball away for ball 2. He's got that back foot about even with the point on the back of the plate. Not a real wide stance, but then will stride towards the baseball, and that front foot ends up out there on the front line of the batter's box. Here's a pitch taken for a strike, and it's now 2-1. The runner at first held by Smith. LaFollette with a short lead, kind of leaning back towards first as the pitch bounces in front of the catcher, gets by Aiden Milton. Karams off that concrete backstop and up the first base line. Milton tracks it down in foul territory. That's ball 3 and a wild pitch to advance the runner.
And Milton dropped to his knees to try to block that one with the chest protector. It ended up bouncing over his left shoulder, so did what he should do at the plate and dropping to his knees trying to keep that one blocked in front. Not much he can do with the catcher with bounce like that. And we know a lot of dirt added right around home plate today.
Yeah, it was pretty wet from what we hear talking with Eric Grove earlier in the day. 3-1 pitch right down the middle. Kinsler was taking, and the count has gone full. There's a good bit of rain that fell yesterday.
Yeah.
3-2 delivery due. Second baseman ducking over near the bag, getting back into position. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him.
Kinsler way out in front of that pitch. Also chased it up and away a bit.
2 Ks now for Jackson Ruest. 1 down with that runner still at second. And that base runner represents the tying run in a 1-0 game at this moment. Peyton Corwin to the plate. Right fielder, number 9 hitter. We've seen the junior in the top of the order before, but now batting in that 9 spot, really, if you will, serving as a second leadoff. Like to have a guy there in that number 9 spot that can help to turn things over and put a base runner on for that top of the order. He'll take a fastball down the middle. That's strike 1. Corwin hitting .357. That's 15 hits, 42 at bats, no homers, 8 driven in. Here's the pitch, off speed, bounce towards the first baseman, hugging the line. Fielding that one is Tyler Smith. He's right there to just stick out that left foot and tag the first base bag. On that ground ball out unassisted at first, LaFollette will go from second to third.
Makes it a big at-bat as we're back at the top of the order for Connor Bailey. 15 runs driven in on the season. 16, 90 feet away, and would tie this ball game up.
Bailey is first time up, popped out in foul territory down the right field line. That was the really nice play by DeLauder over by the tarp on the warning track. Off-speed pitch, bounced foul. Third base side, strike 1. Yeah, looking at the numbers, Bailey right around 5th, maybe 6th on this team in RBI at 15. You're looking at guys at 35, 22, 21, 17. Pretty good out of the top of your order, though. That means some guys in the bottom of the order have been getting on. Off speed, in the dirt outside. Blocked by Milton, taken for a ball. It's 1-1.
Well, when your 7, 8, 9 guys tonight are combining, averaging right around 360, that helps.
It does.
And Corwin, a guy that's been in the top of the order a couple times this year, really in the first half of the year was the leadoff hitter. So you're adding that kind of production in the number 9 spot.
1-1 pitch in the dirt again, bounces away from Milton, but only a few feet to his right. He was able to track it down before it really even got out of the dirt circle around home plate.
Did you see the spin on that baseball?
Yes.
As it bounced away, bounced to the right, and that thing going 360 about as fast as it could, really helping the ball stay closer to Aiden Milton.
2 balls and 1 strike to count. 2 outs with a runner at third. Ruest to the plate. That pitch just a bit high. Now at 3-1. Yeah, the Hedgesville faithful and the dugout wanting that one. They say it was up. So Bailey shows that good eye. He's got 12 walks on the season, a .475 on-base percentage. Swings at the 3-1 and was a little anxious there, Matt. That pitch way down low.
Yeah, it was a good breaking ball. Just ended up finishing well below the knees. Didn't quite get to the dirt, but about as close as you can get.
Yeah. Bailey steps out, takes a couple of practice cuts, and now gets back in awaiting the 3-2 pitch. Here it comes. And he lifts it in the air into right field. DeLauder is there and has it, and just like that, the side is retired. So Jefferson has stranded 4 base runners in their first 2 at-bats, and they've left 3 in scoring position. We go to the bottom of the second when we come back to Eagle Field with Hedgesville leading 1-0.
At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is prevent, promote, protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
This is Ben Copenhaver, your local alarm professional at Dynamark Atlantic Security. Did you know that home break-ins are 6% more likely during the day? That's right. The bad guys know when you're away, and they are smarter than you think. Dynamark Atlantic Security has the security solutions for you. Don't commit the error when the game is on the line. Phone me today at 304-671-2158 to learn how to play good defense against the bad guys. Dynamark Atlantic Security. Call today at 304-671-2158.
And when we wrap up here, we'll be taking you down to D.C. and Nationals Park, where the Washington Nationals open a 3-game series tonight against the Cincinnati Reds. No score. They are in the middle of the second, so the Nationals will be heading to the plate. And it's Max Scherzer getting the start, and off to a good start. Through 2 innings, no walks and 4 strikeouts.
I don't know if you saw. I'll get into a story from Scherzer from today and yesterday here in a minute.
First pitch up and into Tyler Smith, bottom of the second, getting started with ball 1 to the number 7 hitter and first baseman for Hedgesville.
Georgetown graduation was yesterday at Nats Park.
1-0 pitch in on his hands. Smith fouls it back 1-1.
Scherzer needed to get in his day before start throwing routine. So while they're setting up, people in the stands awaiting the graduation to start, Scherzer's in right field throwing with somebody. He's going, I don't care if you're graduating or not. I got to throw tomorrow.
1 ball, 1 strike pitch, fouled straight back. 1-2 now to Smith. The senior hitting .208, no homers, 7 driven in. That's 11 hits in 53 at-bats. He has added 7 walks to get that on-base percentage up to .295. Max is a competitor.
No doubt about it.
The 1-2, low and inside. Smith lifting that right foot, the back foot, out of the way of that one.
He has to do that more than just about anybody in this area. He lifts that back foot up an awful lot.
Here's the 2-2. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. That one just about belt high. Smith could not pull the trigger. Back-to-back Ks now for Riley Vidaz as he got Blau to end the first and gets Smith to start the second.
Well, we saw Ruiz settle down a little bit in the top of the second inning. Still allowed a base runner, but the pitch count way down, basically in half of what he had in the first inning. So let's see if Vidaz can do the same thing.
Braylon Connor, sophomore second baseman, out of the number 8 spot in the order with his first at-bat against Riley Vidaz. And the pitch, low and outside, ball 1. Connor hitting .209. No homers, 3 driven in. He stands about middle of that box as well. We've seen a couple of batters doing that in this one. Vidaz overthrows that fastball, misses way high for ball 2. Cam Lady due next, bottom part of the order for Hedgesville in this bottom of the second inning. Fastball right down the middle. Count to Connor now at 2-1. Check some other high school scores for you as we go through these next few innings. A lot of action around the EPAC tonight. 2-1 is inside. Now 3 balls and a strike to Connor. You've got Washington at Martinsburg, Frankfort at Musselman, and Hampshire visiting Spring Mills tonight. We'll check the game changer and keep you up on those. Pitch to the plate taken by Connor. It is a strike, and now the count full 3-2.
Bottom of the first in Martinsburg. It is the Dogs 5 and the Patriots 1.
3-2 pitch, popped him up. That one off the first base side in foul territory. Zach Rose moving in on it. The catcher moving over towards it, and Sammy Roberts right near that little circle that represents the on-deck circle for Hedgesville makes the catch. Roberts, from our vantage point and watching him, he never really even gave an indication hardly that he was there or saw it. We watched Rose charging in very hard down the first base line, and right at that last moment, boom, there he was. Sammy Roberts reaches out and makes the catch.
And always the impressive play for the catcher to throw the mask off and find that baseball that quickly.
Sharp hit, ground ball on the first pitch to Cam Lady, right back through the box. It's into center field, and that is a base hit and the first hit for Hedgesville, a 2-out base runner as we go back to the top of the order.
21st hit of the year for Cam Lady, a .313 hitter. That'll raise her average just a bit.
So a base hit, and is it deja vu all over again? Both of these teams very much mirroring one another through the first 2 innings. Thomas Butka out of the top of the order, stands in and takes a knee-high strike 1. This is exactly how that second inning was playing out for Jefferson. except their single came to lead off the inning. Here, Hedgesville gets the 2-out single. Throw over to first, keeping a lady close there. Rose holds him on.
Top of the third, Hampshire beating Spring Mills 2-1.
We'll be talking about it as the rest of this game goes along, but the rankings coming in, the regional rankings to determine the seeds for the sectional tournaments today. The voting from the coaches turned in at 12 noon, and we've got the results for you. Butka takes, breaking pitch on that inside corner, and he's down in the count 0-2. Butka with a walk, his first time up, came around to score. The only run of the game so far. 0-2 pitch, popped him up on the infield, moving over just a few steps to his left is Camian Gonzalez, and the Jefferson shortstop makes that grab, and the side is retired. A 2-out base runner on a single from Cam Lady, but Hedgesville will leave that runner stranded at first. We've played 2, and your score remains Hedgesville 1, Jefferson 0.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood & Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandsmall.com.
Erie Insurance.
Remember that last trip to the auto mechanic?
I also think your solenoid gasket is bad.
What?
Yep, that'll be another $500.
Forget that and go to D&N Auto Specialist at 230 Tavern Road, Martinsburg, where honesty is their best policy. Serving the Eastern Panhandle since 1974, D&N Auto is family-owned and operated, specializing in exhaust alignments and tires. From general maintenance to major overhauls, they'll treat you right. Call D&N Auto Specialist at 304-267-4078.
We move to the top half of inning number 3 here at Eagle Field. Along with Matt Crawford, I'm Matt Miller. We've got Sherry Dieter Davis as our on-site producer. Donald Kinney running our TV10 camera today. Colin McLaughlin, our engineer, back at the studio. As we go to the top of the third with Hedgesville in front 1-0. Here's Matt with your play-by-play.
Thank you, sir. Jackson Ruess back in for his third inning of work. Leading it off is Colin Horowitz. A swing and a miss for strike one. Oddly enough, took a very strong hack at that, as he does with just about every swing, practice or real.
I was going to say, I don't see that one as oddly enough. I mean, every swing he takes has meaning.
Here comes the 0-1. This one a chopper right past the glove of Jackson Ruess and in to center field. And Horowitz has his second hit of the day. He's 2 for 2 and a base runner to start the top of the third for Jefferson.
He had 6 singles coming in. He's got 2 singles in his first 2 at-bats. So he's putting the bat on the ball. He's just not hitting it as far as he's used to hitting it.
Brings up Reagan Ollinger with a runner on first base. Ollinger drew a walk his first at-bat. First pitch to him, that one low and away. Ball 1. That walk, the 14th on the year for Ollinger, into just 1 strikeout. And now 53 at-bats. That is crazy to me at the high school level. Here comes the 1-0 pitch, a breaking ball for strike 1.
Good-looking pitch from Ruess, who again needs to try to get through this inning without too many pitches. 46 through the first 2 innings.
Ruess looks over at first base. Here he comes out of the stretch with the 1-1. A called strike 2 on the outside corner. Again, going with that breaking ball. The count now 1-2.
He's really lived on that outside part of the plate.
Not a bad place to live if you can live there consistently.
Yeah, absolutely, and he has been able to do it.
Again, checks over at first, ready with that 1-2 pitch. This time goes inside off the handle into center field. A diving play, but off the glove of Thomas Butka. You can tell that one lost in the sun the entire way, as he never got a good read on it. Runners on first and second, nobody down for Jefferson in the top of the third.
Yeah, Butka seeing it off the bat, then froze. Not sure exactly where that one was. Then at the last second, as it must have come out of the sun just a bit, he started charging in as hard as he could, made the dive, and it ticked off the end of his glove. You got to mark that, I think, as a base hit.
Oh, no doubt about it. Nothing he could do about the sun.
No.
As the glove now over top of his head, as he's trying to see into the infield. First pitch, the big lefty, Zach Rose. Breaking ball, outside corner, strike 1. Rose drew a walk his first at-bat. His 15th on the season. Ready with the 0-1 pitch to Rose. Here it is. This one, a drive to center field. Butka turning around, and he will watch it go over the center field wall. It's a 3-run shot for Zach Rose, his 3rd home run on the season, and RBIs 16, 17, and 18. Jefferson out in front in the top of the 3rd, 3-1.
Yeah, no doubt about that one. As it came off the bat, you knew he hit it high and he hit it hard, and Thomas Butka did see that one come off the bat, and he barely moved. He just simply turned and watched as that one sailed high into the trees out beyond that very tall center field fence.
So just like that, a different ball game as Hedgesville came into the inning leading 1-0. Now find themselves behind by 2, 3-1, still nobody down here in the top of the 3rd.
And that is the power that this team for Jefferson possesses. Again, up and down the order, that is the 26th team home run this year.
For the team that can also win just about any 3-2 ball game you put them in. Sam Wabnitz, the new batter, he steps in, takes ball 1 high and outside. See what this does between the ears to the man on the hill in Jackson or West. Again, a youngster on the mound. Came in with very impressive numbers. See if that rattles him just a bit as the 1-0. A swing and fouled off over top the netting behind home plates by Wabnitz. Count even at 1.
I mean, you look at the sophomore with that 1.60 ERA. 2 starts, 9 games coming into this one.
Here comes the 1-1 pitch to Wabnitz. A breaking ball off the end of the bat of Wabnitz. Count 1 ball, 2 strikes as it gets out of play over top of the bleachers to our right.
He has faced a few tough situations, but as you say, had only given up 5 earned runs in 22 innings coming in. All 3 of those will be earned.
Out of the windup, here comes the 1-2 pitch. A breaking ball sent the opposite way. A diving effort at second base for Braylon Connor. He's not able to come up with it. It's a base hit for Sam Wabnitz, and the hits keep coming for the Jefferson Cougars here in the 3rd.
Yeah, 5 hits in all, and make it 6 as 4 have come in this inning. They did have a hit back in that first inning, a single in the second as well, and now you're talking 3 singles and that 3-run home run, and Jefferson really putting the bat on the ball.
Camian Gonzalez jogging halfway to third base. Head coach John Lowry Sr. having a quick conversation with him. It was a fielder's choice ground ball to end the inning for Camian Gonzalez his first time up. Had the bases loaded and grounded out to short. Kyle West flipped it to second base to end the inning. Let's see if Gonzalez can keep the hit train going here to start the 3rd inning. 4 straight for Jefferson, including the big 3-run home run for Zach Rose. He squares to bunt, pushes it hard down the third base line, and very foul.
I was wondering if we would see the bunt after that conference down the third base line, a chance to advance the base runner. You've still got nobody out with that runner at first. 3 runs already in.
Gonzalez steps out as Hayden Milton had gone out to Jackson West for a quick chat. The runner at first, Sam Wabnitz, takes his lead as Camian Gonzalez steps back into the right-hand batter's box. That front foot inside is more of a closed stance as he squares around to bunt early. Coming in as Bub from third, he decides to pull the bunt back and rips one into left field, and the hit parade will continue for Jefferson. That is now 5 straight hits to start the inning. Gonzalez squared around to bunt early, drew Bub in down the third base line, and then Gonzalez pulled back as West went into his motion, and a scorcher into left field.
Oh, and there again was that breaking pitch, right? And he was able to stay back on it, turn, and drill it in that hole between third and short. 5 consecutive hits to start this top of the 3rd for the Cougars.
Batter now is Sammy Roberts. First pitch to Roberts. This one inside off the handle and sent foul down the third baseline. Count 0-1. Roberts a single to start the bottom of the 2nd inning. His courtesy runner Mason LaFollette would get to second. That's as far as he would get in the inning.
Actually got to third. Remember, he was at third when the fly out to right field came. He advanced on a wild pitch and then on a ground out to the first baseman.
Swing and a miss on the 0-1. Roberts now behind 0-2. A .333 hitter coming into today's game. Slightly open stance in that right-hand batter's box. The runners get their lead off first and second. Here's the breaking ball in the 0-2. Just low, maybe a bit outside as well. Ball 1.
Now the Hedgesville dugout really wanted that one. So too did Ruest. You could kind of see that body language on the front of the hill as well after the follow-through of that pitch.
Here comes the 1-2 from Ruest. Again, going with the breaking ball. That one outside. It was a good attempt on the frame for Aiden Milton, but that one way too far outside to try to roll the wrist back over into the strike zone. Count even at 2.
There is some throwing going on. Not sure I would say warming up at this point, but at least some throwing in that Hedgesville bullpen down the right field line.
2-2 pitch, and now the count runs full as the fastball misses up and away from Ruest. And Sammy Roberts a pitch away from drawing a walk and loading the bases. And for Ruest, you don't want to lose this batter. Again, the fastball. This one lifted into foul territory down the right field line and out of play. Let's do that 3-2 again.
Matt A.J. Fodor is the one who's beginning to throw in the bullpen for Hedgesville.
Again with the 3-2, the payoff pitch off the end of the bat, a ground ball to the second baseman. A flip over to Kyle West at short, over to first, and it is a double play for the first and second out of the inning. Not sure off the bat whether it was going to be hit hard enough on the ground ball off the end of the bat of Sammy Roberts. But Braylon Connor up with it, fires over to get the runner at second base. Came in Gonzalez, and West with a strong throw to Tyler Smith. That double play going to go 4-6-3 in your scorebook.
Yeah, and as you said, the turn was great. Braylon Connor fielding that one and put that throw just about waist to chest high, and West caught it coming right across the bag where he could tag and throw almost in one motion.
The first pitch to Kellen Kinsler bounces away from Aiden Milton, and coming in from third to score is Sam Wabnitz. Wabnitz advanced to third on that ground ball to the right side to Sammy Roberts. So now the lead for Jefferson, 4-1, bases empty.
Yeah, that's a tough one. You're hoping to be able to get out of the inning without any further damage, just the 3-run home run from Rose, but that pitch in the dirt, and Milton did what he could, got the body in front of it, but it bounced away from him, and the run scores on the wild pitch.
1-0-2, Kinsler squares around to bunt late, and it ends up in the opposite batter's box, the lefty batter's box, for strike one.
Yeah, that one just a thought in his mind, hey, let me try to push this one. The way it looked, he was maybe trying to push that one up that first base side.
Which is a smart move with a lefty on the hill, because it's going to take that with rest on the hill. The left-hand hurler is going to go more towards the third base with the follow-through. The breaking ball on the 1-1 above the letters ball, too.
Yeah, he just didn't get it down. And no indication he would try to bunt there.
And he certainly has the speed, no doubt about it. When he's not in the lineup, has been used as a courtesy runner quite a bit this season. The 2-1 pitch, low again, getting away from Aiden Milton. The count 3-1 to Kinsler.
Yeah, you look at his totals, 8 hits, 5 walks, but then you look at the runs scored, 29. That's the times that he's been used as a courtesy runner and or a pinch runner to get that speed out there on the base paths.
Fun part about baseball. If you're skilled in one thing, they'll find a place for you. The 3-1 pitch, that one misses. Ball 4. Now runner on first with 2 down for Jefferson.
First walk of the half inning, but the third in the ball game now for Jackson Ruest.
Brings up Peyton Corwin, the lefty. Comes in, grounded out his first at-bat, so is 0 for 1 on the day. That ground ball went to Tyler Smith at first base. A hold a hit through on the right side of the infield with Smith holding the runner at first on in. Kinsler, first pitch to Corwin. Missed low and away, ball 1.
8th batter to hit in this Jefferson half of the third inning.
Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Corwin loaded, but watch that one low. Ball 2.
Yeah, good eye. Pitch down out of the zone. Time taken, and, Eric Grove is coming out, so there'll be that conference on the mound. I don't know if he's ready to go to A.J. Fodor or not.
Fodor running down from the bullpen.
Well, actually, the catcher running down. Fodor's up in front of him. You may not be able to see him behind the last pole on the tall fencing. He's just kind of looking over. He was slowly walking down.
Okay.
And
I'd lean hard to the left to see him around that post.
Yep, it was his bullpen catcher that came trotting down and now stands in behind him and waiting to see, are you calling me or not? I don't think he's calling him quite yet, but certainly could soon. Matt, while we have a chance, the voting by the regional baseball coaches coming in today, and we now know what the sectional tournaments will look like for next week. In Section 1, Hedgesville is the 1 seed. They will host the 4 seed Spring Mills on Tuesday, June 1st at 7 p.m., and Martinsburg gets the 2 seed. They will host the 3 seed Musselman also on Tuesday, June 1st. But that game, a 12 noon first pitch, as Martinsburg has graduation that night.
Yeah, some afternoon baseball, and we'll bring you that and the Martinsburg graduation next Tuesday. Out of the visit to the mound, Brew West is able to find the strike zone. The breaking ball getting the outside corner, strike one. Count now 2-1 to Peyton Corwin. Here comes that 2-1 pitch, low and away in the dirt. A good block. Milton going to try to throw behind the runner. Back in safe on the head first dive is Kellen Kinsler.
Yeah, very close play, but with that head first dive, got the hand in before that slap tag from Smith.
Good secondary lead at first base, though, for Kinsler. That's what you want, some aggressive base running out on the base paths as Brew West will step off the back of the rubber. Kinsler back to first. And West now going to tow again, ready with the 3-1. After, again, he steps off the back of the mound. Not on the same page with his catcher, Aiden Milton.
Matt gives us a quick moment over in Section 2. Jefferson, as you would expect, the 1 seed Washington, the 2 seed, they'll host the 3 seed Hampshire. And that game at 5 p.m. next Wednesday.
The 3-1 pitch. Corwin rolled over and sent it foul down the first base line. Count now full, 3 balls, 2 strikes, the number 9 hitter in the order. Corwin, 10 walks on the season, 14 strikeouts, along with his 15 hits.
With only 3 teams over in Section 2, they start a day after the 4-team Section 1 tournament begins next Tuesday.
Time taken at the plate. Runner on first for the full count and 2 outs. Should be on the move with the pitch. So if Corwin is able to find a gap, it may score Kinsler. Throw back over to first as Ruess trying to get Kinsler leaning. Good base running over at first.
Yeah, he was going back all the way.
Yeah. He's leaning every time that front foot lifts up. Even takes about a half step back when he comes set. Here comes the 3-2 on the move. This one a ground ball to the right side of the infield. The second baseman, Connor, up with it. Fires over to first for the end of the inning. But the damage done. Jefferson scores 4 runs in the top of inning number 3, including a big 3-run home run for Zach Rose, his 3rd on the season. We'll go to the bottom of the 3rd. When we come back, it's Jefferson 4, Hedgesville 1.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood & Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandsmall.com.
Erie Insurance.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%. Parsons' goal of financing for all. And Parsons' famous above market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Welcome back into Eagle Field. Bottom of the 3rd we go. Jefferson leading 4-1, and a big shout out to our cameraman John Alderton, or should I say his grandson tonight. John Alderton, our normal cameraman, he is out tonight as his grandson was playing in the U8 Parks and Rec Championship. They won. The Ninjas get the 4-3 win, and John's grandson Jace scores one of those 4 goals. So congratulations to the Ninjas, and congratulations, Grandpa Alderton.
Want to know who the Ninjas beat? That's a cool name. I wonder what some of the other names are.
4-1 is our score. Jefferson scoring all 4 of those in the top of inning number 3. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. Kyle West going to start it off 2-3-4, due up for Hedgesville. Here comes the first pitch to West. That one low. Able to hold his swing through the knob at it, but never brought the barrel across. Count 1-0. Riley Vidaz back out for his 3rd inning of work as the starter. His counterpart, Jackson West, now up to about 78 pitches on the night. Going the opposite way is Kyle West, and that's going to find a gap. He's rounding first and not going to stop till he gets to at least second. That ball going all the way to the wall, and it's a leadoff stand-up double for Kyle West.
Yeah, goes the other way with that one, puts a charge into it, and has his 5th double on the season. That's just what Hedgesville needed. You want a chance to try to respond after giving up the 4 runs in the top of the third. Let's get that offense going in the bottom of the third and begin to chip away.
2 of the first 3 innings, Hedgesville's been able to get that leadoff batter on. It was a walk by Thomas Budka in that first inning. He eventually came around to score on the sacrifice fly RBI by Aiden Milton. See if Hedgesville can chip away at the deficit of 3 right now. Caden DeLauder is the batter, and he rips one over top of Colin Horowitz's glove at third base. West is going to be held at the bag at third, but now runners at the corners, nobody out here in the bottom of inning number 3 on a very hard-hit baseball from Caden DeLauder.
Yeah, and a nice play in left by Connor Bailey, able to get to it quickly enough to hold West at third. Nikki Brown, the third base coach, seeing that play and not wanting to make that out at the plate, wisely threw the hands up and held him.
And West having to pause just for a brief second as it just got over the glove of Colin Horowitz at third base. Riley Bubb now the batter. The righty stands in, looking for RBI number 28, just 90 feet away. Here comes the first pitch to Bubb. Takes strike 1.
Yeah, good pitch on that inside corner.
Vidaz quickly back into the stretch, gets his signal. DeLauder his lead off first base. West the same at third base. Here comes that 0-1 pitch again, same location, strike 2.
Yeah, very nice pitch on that inside edge, and now Bubb has to protect down in the count.
Doesn't choke up on that bat with 2 strikes. Here comes the 0-2 inside as Bubb bails out of the way. Ball 1.
He stands pretty close to the plate. It's backed up just a little bit.
Throw back over to first. Good move on the mound for Vidaz, but not a big lead over at first for Caden DeLauder. He was only about 3 steps off the mound.
Looked like a little bit of a snow cone catch there, too, from Rose at first. I could see a little bit of the ball.
Here comes the 1-2 pitch, a foul ball back out of play off the bat of Riley Bubb.
A nice job by Bubb, hanging with that fastball, getting the bat head around, making contact, fighting it off.
Count stays 1-2, nobody down. 2 on for Hedgesville in the bottom of the third. Here comes the 1-2, a breaking ball, a slow roller. Gonzalez has it in the hole. Will try to get one of the runners at second. Will not. The run coming in to score from third is Kyle West, and a RBI single for Riley Bubb as Hedgesville is back within 2 at 4-2.
28th run batted in on the season for Bubb, and he gets it on the infield base hit. Nice play by Camion Gonzalez. Was very deep in the hole, jumping in the air with his momentum going away from second. Just couldn't get enough on the throw to get it to Kinsler in time for the force out.
Aiden Milton, now the batter, stands towards the back of that batter's box in the open stance. First pitch swinging, lifts this one into shallow right field in foul territory. Trailing away from Zach Rose, but he's able to make the catch in foul territory for out number 1.
Big out. Vidaz needed that one. Aiden going after that first pitch, got underneath of it, and a pretty nice play for Rose, who is playing in right at the fringe of the dirt and the infield grass, and had to go back to his left and make that play.
Colby Blau, the batter, a strikeout victim, his first at bat. Vidaz went pretty much nothing but fastballs to Blau, and that's the first pitch to him here, but just outside ball 1.
We had Vidaz just under 40 pitches coming in. It's been pretty efficient so far in this half inning.
Ready with that 1-0. Here it is to Blau. That one just misses. Ball 2.
Yeah, hasn't thrown a ton of pitches, but that's because Hedgesville's been jumping on him early, right? Just 2 pitches to West, who had the double. Just 1 to DeLauder, who had the single. Bubb on a 1-2 after fouling one away, put it in play as well.
Blau fouls one off on the 2-0. Again, those feet moving when he swings the bat.
Count now at 2 balls and 1 strike. You have happy feet in that right-hand batter's box.
Tyler Smith stands in the on-deck circle, hoping to get an opportunity. It would take a double play ball off the bat of Colby Blau to not give Smith that opportunity. A runner in scoring position, 2 on for Hedgesville. 4-2 is Jefferson's lead. 2-1 is the count. 1 down. Here's the 2-1 pitch. A line drive to second base. Kinsler has it, fires back over to second, and right on cue, there is that double play at second base. DeLauder got a good jump off the bat, really just more of a secondary lead, and that's Scorcher to Kinsler at second base. An easy play to fire back over to Camion Gonzalez, and that double play will end the inning. Kyle West scores Jefferson's lead still at 4-2 as Hedgesville gets a run in the inning. The fourth inning when we come back. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
WVU Medicine introduces a new minimally invasive hysterectomy surgery to our area. V-Notes is an advanced gynecologic technique that provides many benefits to patients, such as shorter hospital stays, less post-operative pain, faster recoveries, and no visible scars. Dr. Aaron Miller and Dr. Lori Tucker with WVU Medicine OBGYN in Martinsburg are the only OBGYNs in the Baltimore, Washington metropolitan area currently offering this cutting-edge procedure. WVU Medicine, the future of surgery is here.
Looking to buy a home in the Eastern Panhandle? Having trouble getting your house sold? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. A Martinsburg High School graduate, Chris knows the local market, and he's proven it as the #1 real estate team in West Virginia in 2019. Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. Phone 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Let's celebrate your real estate milestone together.
4-2, the Hedgesville lead over Jefferson. Bottom of inning number 4. As we're back to the top of the order, Connor Bailey set to start things off for the Cougars. First pitch to Bailey. A sharply hit ball, but foul down the third baseline. Count 0-1.
And you got to imagine A.J. Fodor is pretty well loose and would be ready to go. And certainly for West, unless he can get out of this inning with as few pitches as possible, not going to go much deeper in this one. 78 pitches through 3 innings.
Out of the windup, here's the 0-1 from West, low in the dirt. Milton dropping to his knees to block that one. Count even at 1.
You're looking at an average of clearly over 25 pitches per inning, and you add 25 more, and he's going to be up there in that over 100 range, and 110 is the limit in a game.
Bailey watches that 1-1 low and away. Connor Bailey now ahead in the count. 2 balls, 1 strike.
If you are on the right side of the infield or outfield, keep an eye out. He's gone that way twice.
Here comes the 2-1 pitch. This one off the end of the bat, but right back up the middle. A diving effort by Braylon Connor to try to get that baseball, the second baseman, but not able to, as it is a leadoff single for Connor Bailey in the second straight inning. Make that the third straight inning that Jefferson's done that with the leadoff single.
Yeah, how do you like that? 8 hits now in this ball game for Jefferson. 4 runs on 8 hits, have not committed an error. They have left 5 on base and 3 in scoring position.
Cullen Horowitz, now the batter. That front foot almost out of the front of that right-hand batter's box. He wants to get to that ball early. Here comes the first pitch, a breaking ball, a ground ball to third base. Bub fires over to second, 4-1, now over to first, and it is a double play going 5-4-3. Good turn by Braylon Connor at second.
Yeah, certainly not one you see a lot on the high school level. That's a long couple of throws to get the 5-4-3 double play, but a nice play by Riley Bub, and again, a sweet turn. It was Connor to West earlier to get that 4-6-3 double play in the third inning. Here it was Bub to Connor, and a nice turn to get 2.
Brings up Reagan Ollinger. A single and a walk so far today as he lifts this one into center field. Butka moving back on and will make the catch on the run. So an unconventional 1-2-3 as only 3 batters come to the plate, but not necessarily retired in that order. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th when we come back. Jefferson's lead still 2 at 4-2.
WVU Medicine introduces a new minimally invasive hysterectomy surgery to our area. V-Notes is an advanced gynecologic technique that provides many benefits to patients, such as shorter hospital stays, less post-operative pain, faster recoveries, and no visible scars. Dr. Aaron Miller and Dr. Lori Tucker with WVU Medicine OBGYN in Martinsburg are the only OBGYNs in the Baltimore, Washington metropolitan area currently offering this cutting-edge procedure. WVU Medicine, the future of surgery is here.
Heffley Motor Company, serving the Eastern Panhandle for over 17 years. Known for our wide variety of vehicles at great prices, we are the area's only pre-owned Carfax Advantage dealer.
Save yourself time and money. Come see us. You'll be glad you did.
And don't forget our popular detailing service to keep your car looking brand new. We're proud to be your partner serving the community. You're local, we're local, why not buy local? Heffley Motor Company, a nice place to do business.
Bottom of the fourth inning, 4-2 is the Jefferson lead over Hedgesville. Hedgesville did get a run their last time up. Started off with a double for Kyle West, a single for Caden DeLauder to move West to third base, and then an infield single for Riley Bubb deep in the hole at short. That would be an RBI for Bubb, and West would come in to score from third.
Matt, a couple of scoring updates. The Spring Mills Cardinals now with a 5-3 lead over Hampshire as the Trojans bat. That's top half of inning number 5 in the, north end of the county. And in the central part of the county, Martinsburg a 5-2 lead over Washington in the bottom of the third.
Smith a swing and a miss for strike one. Tyler Smith a strikeout victim in the second. Stands back in, hoping to change his fortunes here.
South end of the county, Frankfort at Musselman, and their game changer has stopped after the bottom of the first with no score, so I'm not sure what's going on there.
First pitch was swinging for a strike. Smith then looks at strike two. Count 0-2 to the number 7 batter in the order, who now takes time and steps out for a quick collecting of the thoughts, and will now step back in. Vidal's back out and out of the windup, ready with that 0-2 quickly. That off the handle and out of play after nicking the net on the way over. That count going to stay 0-2 to Tyler Smith.
Vidal's now up to 55 pitches. 34 of those have been for strikes.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch, a fastball high inside, but Smith goes after it for out number 1.
Third strikeout now for Vidal, and his first since the second inning. He struck out Blau to end the first and Smith to start the second, and now gets Smith here to start this fourth inning for his third K.
Number 12, Braylon Connor, now the batter. Stands towards the front of that batter's box and takes ball 1 inside. Popped out to the catcher, Sammy Roberts, in foul territory. His first at-bat. Here comes the 1-0, a fastball right down the middle, strike 1.
Vidal still with very good pop on that fastball.
And boy, does he work quick.
Yep.
There is no hesitation on the mound. Stretch or wind up. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Good breaking ball for strike 2. That one moving quickly from our vantage point left to right, from the field's vantage point right to left. Here comes that 1-2 pitch, a fastball, check swing at the plate. Good hold for Braylon Connor, count even at 2.
Yeah, pitching is all about rhythm, and pitchers have different rhythms. Some guys work much more slowly, some guys work a little more quickly, and that's Vidal. He wants to work fast.
Break-even pitch on the 2-2. That one misses low and away, and the count's full. I would have this as just the second full count that Vidal has gotten into today. The 3-2 low, ball 4.
And now becomes the third walk to go along with a hit batter, and that is unlike Vidal, who had 8 base on balls through 29 innings coming in. So he's laboring a bit out there, but still has a 4-2 lead, and you like the gritty effort as he's just continuing to kind of battle through, maybe not having his best stuff.
Cam Lady, a 2-out single in the second. Takes ball 1 low and away. That was his 21st hit on the season. Looking for hit 22 here with a runner on. Connor gets that lead off first base. Here comes the 1-0, low inside, ball 2.
These two teams since 2013 have been very evenly matched. 10 wins for Hedgesville, 9 wins for Jefferson in the 19 meetings.
Vidal throws back over to first. Back in on the head first dive is Braylon Connor. Riley Vidal now back to work. The 2-0 pitch, a fastball, strike 1. And Cam Lady taking the whole way. Barely took that bat off the shoulder.
Much better showing in this one than back on April 20th when Jefferson got that 10-0 victory and Hedgesville was held to just 2 hits.
Ball on the inside going off the handle of the bat of Cam Lady. Count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Hedgesville, as you mentioned earlier, Matt, a run back in that third inning. A 1-out base runner here, down by 2. Would love to be able to find a way to get at least one in this inning and continue to chip away.
Here comes the 2-2 pitch. This one lifted into center field. Wobnitz working in after a few steps back, and he will retire Lady for the second out of the inning.
Yeah, the sun setting enough now you can see the lights on, not really taking much effect, but clearly a case where Wabnitz did not have to look directly up in the sun to make that play. He read it off the bat well and was easily able to make the catch.
Back to the top of the order, it's Thomas Budka. Budka on the day, 0 for 1 with a walk, also a run scored. One of the 2 for the Eagles. This one lifted, first pitch swinging into foul territory. Roberts throws that mask off. It is playable, and he will make the interesting catch over in foul territory. Looked like he was right underneath it at the last minute, having to shuffle and reach over with the left hand with the glove on it, and will retire the side. That is out number 3. Top of the 5th when we come back. Jefferson's lead over Hedgesville 4-2.
All right, Matt, when it comes to flooring, you can't beat luxury vinyl. It's waterproof, easy to clean and maintain, extremely durable, and looks great.
Are you nuts? Hardwood flooring's the way to go. It's durable, easy to maintain, matches every decor, and increases the value of your home instantly.
All right, one thing we can agree on is Trips Floor Sanding and Berkeley Fashion Flooring. They'll take care of you with great selection, service, and pricing.
Whether it's hardwood or luxury vinyl, call Trips at 304-229-7009.
Or visit tripsfloorsanding.com.
This is Ben Copenhaver, your local alarm professional at Dynamark Atlantic Security. Did you know that home break-ins are 6% more likely during the day? That's right. The bad guys know when you're away, and they are smarter than you think. Dynamark Atlantic Security has the security solutions for you. Don't commit the error when the game is on the line. Phone me today at 304-671-2158 to learn how to play good defense against the bad guys. Dynamark Atlantic Security. Call today at 304-671-2158.
4-5-6 due up for Jefferson as we go to the top of inning number 5. That's Rose, Wabnitz, and Gonzalez. And, Matt, I got to correct myself. Again, I don't know where the home run number and RBI number came from for Zach Rose, but that home run, his 4th on the season the last time up, and well above the 15 RBI that I have written on my sheet. The average and the walks and strikeouts correct as the first pitch swinging rips that one foul down the right field line and out of play. But somewhere looking up and down the stat sheet, getting our scorebook ready, I was a tad off on the home run and RBI number for Zach Rose, so I do apologize for that.
So it's now 4 home runs and 24 runs batted in after the 3-run blast his last time up.
Here comes the 0-1 pitch, breaking ball that below the knees for ball 1. Count even 1 ball, 1 strike. He is 1 for 1 with a walk. A 3-run home run on the day is Rose. The big lefty stands back in, awaiting that 1-1 pitch from Jackson Ruest. Here it is, the breaking ball, inside, ball 2.
On that 3-run home run, the difference in this game right now with a 4-2 Jefferson lead.
We had Ruest right around 84 pitches, so now right around 87, closing in on 90. He starter today. Strike 2 called at the plate. Rose wanted to take a cut at it, but decided to hold up. They count now 2 balls, 2 strikes, and it's protect mode now for the lefty. Chokes up on that bat. Just about an inch.
Not much.
No, not much. Just enough to get a little more control. Here comes the 2-2. That one off the end of the bat going the opposite way, foul. Had a plate on the left field line.
Dropped to his knee on that swing as he reached out for that pitch.
A little Anthony Rizzo-esque
by
the lefty.
That back knee, that left knee, ends up down on the ground on that follow-through.
Certainly seems like lefties do that a whole lot more than righties, doesn't it? Again with the 2-2. Here's the pitch, and a swing and a miss. And Rose is retired on strikes. That will be strikeout number 3 on the day for Jackson Ruest.
Yeah, first since that second inning. Did not strike out a batter in the 3rd or 4th, but that's a big one to get this top of the 5th inning started. Tell you, the young man has pitched a great ball game.
Sam Wabnitz, the batter, starting center fielder for Jefferson. Fastball high and outside, ball 1.
I mean, you look at what Ruest has done to slow down this very potent Jefferson attack.
Here comes the 1-0 pitch, and Wabnitz rips this one into the gap in left center. Turn the wheels on and chase after that one. And one bounces the wall. He's around first, going towards second. Will he stop at second? He will. Throw the brakes on with a one-out double. What a hit by Sam Wabnitz.
Yeah, absolutely put a charge into that baseball and perfectly positioned between Lady in left and Budka in center. That one took a hop and went right up to the top of the fence. I wondered for a moment if it was going to skim over that top of the fence and end up being a book rule double, but instead he will motor in as the ball comes back into the infield.
Second hit on the day for Wabnitz. Came around to score a run the last time he reached. That was the 4-run inning for Jefferson. As Matt said, the difference in this game right now.
Just the second extra base hit, a double and a home run. The rest have been singles for Jefferson in this one.
First pitch, a breaking ball to Camian Gonzalez. That misses outside ball one. Gonzalez 1 for 2 with a single so far today.
One of 4 hits on the day for Hedgesville going for extra bases. So it's been a lot of singles ball so far in this one.
Gonzalez steps in, squares around a bunt. Will he pull back like he did last time? He will. Breaking ball. This one an inside-out swing going off the handle. Goes over top of the first baseman, Tyler Smith, but foul. That's how he got the single the last time. Squared around a bunt early, pulled it back, and then ripped it into the left field.
This time a little late on it, and a lot of English, a lot of spin on that ball as it came off of the bat. Tyler Smith playing in with the show of bunt. Otherwise may have been able to get back to that one in foul territory.
Runner at second base is Sam Wabnitz. 1-1 is the count to Camian Gonzalez. 1 down in the top of inning number 5. Ruiz comes set out of the stretch. Looks back at second. Now a second time. Here comes the 1-1 pitch, a fastball, or actually a breaking ball. Is that one breaking late right in front of the plate. Good block by Aiden Milton. Keeps the runner at second. Wabnitz a decent lead at second base. It's Braylon Connor moving over towards the bag to keep him honest. Count 2-1-2 Gonzalez. Here comes that 2-1 pitch. Driven the opposite way, moving over onto this Caden DeLauder, and he will make the catch leaping in the air. Tagging up at second is Sam Wabnitz, and he will get to third standing up as that ball just now getting back into the infield. Caden DeLauder making the leaping play in right field, and then that back foot slipping as he went to make that throw to the cutoff man. And they're going to check on him in right field as that right leg definitely slipped out from underneath of him. Doesn't seem to be limping at all, or at least noticeably.
No,
but clearly that right leg slipped out as he was going to make that throw and push off to make that throw to the cutoff man, trying to get Wabnitz at third base.
Yeah, he stretches just a little bit with his head coach Eric Grove out there to make sure that he is okay. Nice play by DeLauder, and a heads-up base running play by Wabnitz to recognize, look, that ball is probably not over his head. He went back and made sure that he could tag at second and advance to third where, hey, a wild pitch scored that 4th run back in inning number 3. So now you got that run just 90 feet away here with 2 outs.
The batter, Sammy Roberts, with 2 outs. Mr. Russ steps off the mound. Will now toe that pitching rubber again. Roberts steps in, middle of the box, slightly open stance. The battle of the hair right now. First pitch swinging, lifted into right field. DeLauder over into foul territory and will make the catch for out number 3. So Wabnitz will be stuck at third base. No runners come across here in the top of inning number 5. We'll see if there's any difference in the bottom of the 5th with Hedgesville due up the score. Jefferson 4, Hedgesville 2. We're back after this.
This is Matt Miller, along with my wife, Dale.
As homeowners, we've been through the mortgage process several times, and each time we went to Mark and Cheryl Savitt at the Mortgage Center.
They treat you like family with personal one-on-one service, walking with you through the process from application to settlement.
Plus, low interest rates and closing costs.
The Mortgage Center is on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Phone 304-267-9040.
Or online at mortgagefinancing.com. NMLS number 237527, equal housing lender. Remember that last trip to the auto mechanic?
I also think your solenoid gasket is bad.
What?
Yep, that'll be another $500.
Forget that and go to D&N Auto Specialist at 230 Tavern Road, Martinsburg, where honesty is their best policy. Serving the Eastern Panhandle since 1974, D&N Auto is family-owned and operated, specializing in exhaust alignments and tires. From general maintenance to major overhauls, they'll treat you right. Call D&N Auto Specialist at 304-267-4078.
It is Riley Vidaz back out for Jefferson, as we expected. 68 pitches through 4 innings. 1 run in the bottom of the first for Hedgesville. 4 runs in the top of the third for Jefferson. Then Hedgesville getting back within 2 with a run in the bottom of the third. Zeros across the board since then. It is 2-3-4 due up for Hedgesville. That is West, DeLauder, and Bub.
Matt, they are going top of 5 in D.C. Cincinnati with a run in the third inning. They've scored a run on 3 hits. Our Nationals, no runs, 1 hit, and the Nats have committed an error. 1-0 Cincinnati. And again, the Reds coming to the plate in the top of the 5th. We'll look to take you to that one in progress when we wrap up here.
You'd like to get something going here in this part of the order if you're Hedgesville. It was this same order in the third inning that allows you to score a run. First pitch blown away, bouncing in and out of the glove of Sammy Roberts. Ball 1 to Kyle West. West 1 for 2 on the day with a double and a run scored.
Yeah, a booming double. He blasted it the other way into that gap in left center field.
Here comes the 1-0 pitch. That fastball outside. Ball 2.
Well, Vidaz has labored a bit with his control.
Out of the windup, here comes the 2-0 pitch from Riley Vidaz. A fastball, that on the outside corner for strike 1. Does not want to go inside to Kyle West. He has painted the outside all day against the most dangerous hitter in this Hedgesville lineup. Here comes the 2-1, a swing and a miss. As the head pulling out for Kyle West on that swing. He wanted to pull one down the line.
Pretty good pitch there from Vidaz.
Count even 2-2. Vidaz ready with that 2-2 delivery. Check swing at the plate. Just outside on the pitch location. A check down to first base. Did not go around. Count full, 3 balls, 2 strikes, and that's about as close as you can get to not going around. So good hold for Kyle West.
Yeah, very good hold, and a very tough call for Jeff King as first base umpire. He's looking through the batter to see that.
3-2 pitch. Called strike 3 on the inside corner.
Now there you go. Vidaz able to freeze him in the box and collect his 4th strikeouts on this day, and that is just the 9th time that West has struck out in now 81 at-bats.
Brings up Caden DeLauder. 1 for 1 officially on the day, a single, and walked his first at-bat. First pitch to him, trailing away, ball 1.
Yeah, that's a huge strikeout. If Vidaz could get out of this 1, 2, 3, this may be a portion of the order that he wouldn't have to face again, depending on how things would go in that 6th inning.
Here comes the 1-0 pitch. This one lifted into center field. Wabnitz moving over into the gap, and he will make the catch on the run. Corwin falling in behind him. The way they're going, it's always fun with the depth perception from our vantage point. It looks like they're going to collide in right center field, but Corwin going behind, Wabnitz in front, and Wabnitz makes the catch for out number 2.
Yeah, clear communication there. Obviously, you've got Wabnitz calling for that one all the way. Corwin bailing out at that last moment, making sure he's in good position to back up that play.
Sammy Roberts running over to the dugout. I'm guessing a question of what are we doing with this guy here? What kind of pitches are we calling? The signal's not quite good enough for the question he had. The batter is Riley Bub. First pitch to Bub, a breaking ball. Upstairs, ball 1.
He's been a tough out. Been hit by a pitch and delivered an RBI on an infield hit. That was one deep in the hole at short.
Swinging at the 1-0 pitch into foul territory right behind home plate. Roberts, who has been busy fielding his position all day, will make the catch as Hedgesville goes 1-2-3 in the bottom of inning number 5. The 6th inning, when we return, it is Jefferson 4, Hedgesville 2.
Heffley Motor Company, serving the Eastern Panhandle for over 17 years. Known for our wide variety of vehicles at great prices, we are the area's only pre-owned Carfax Advantage dealer.
Save yourself time and money. Come see us. You'll be glad you did.
And don't forget our popular detailing service to keep your car looking brand new. We're proud to be your partner serving the community. You're local, we're local, why not buy local? Heffley Motor Company, a nice place to do business.
All right, Matt, when it comes to flooring, you can't beat luxury vinyl. It's waterproof, easy to clean and maintain, extremely durable, and looks great.
Are you nuts? Hardwood flooring's the way to go. It's durable, easy to maintain, matches every decor, and increases the value of your home instantly.
All right, one thing we can agree on is Tripp's Floor Sanding and Berkeley Fashion Flooring. They'll take care of you with great selection, service, and pricing.
Whether it's hardwood or luxury vinyl, call Trips at 304-229-7009.
Or visit TrippsFloorSanding.com.
Welcome back into Eagle Field. Sixth inning is the moon rising in center field. I'm thinking it's not quite full yet, but pretty darn close. As the lights taking effect, 4-2 is the Jefferson lead. The top two teams in the region facing off in what is now probably considered more of a tune-up game than anything as we go to inning number 6. Back in with your play-by-play, Matt Miller.
Along with Matt Crawford, Donald Kinney running our TV10 camera, Colin McLaughlin, our engineer, back at the studio, and Sherry Dieter Davis is our on-site producer for this one. A pitching change as Jefferson will come to the plate in the top half of the sixth inning. Kyle West is now warming up. He replaces Jackson Ruest, and it looks like Braylon Connor is simply going to move over to short, and Colby Blau, who had been the DH, will take over at second base. So those are your defensive changes as West finishes his warm-up tosses, and now we'll get ready to go facing the 8, 9, and 1 hitters, Kellen Kinsler, to get it started. And the first pitch down low and outside, ball 1.
West so far on the year. This will be his 7th appearance. Just his second in relief.
Here's a pitch that misses down low and away. 2 balls, no strikes.
31 innings on the mound this year, a 4.06 ERA. 33 hits, 22 runs, 18 of those earned. 37 strikeouts to just 9 walks.
West ready, and the pitch. Strike on the inside corner. Count now at 2-1. Kinsler 0 for 1. A strikeout swinging at a 3-2 pitch in the second. Drew a walk in the third. Takes this pitch in there for a called strike 2. That was perfect, right at the knees.
Good battle back for West. Falling behind early 2-0, back-to-back strikes to even up the count.
Now that break-even pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. So West gets the strikeout of Kinsler, 1 away in the Jefferson half of inning number 6. It'll bring up the number 9 hitter in the order, right fielder Peyton Corwin. For Jackson Ruest, Matt, a pretty good effort on the hill. 4 runs allowed on 9 hits in 5 innings. Struck out 3. Pitched to the plate, a fastball up and in for ball 1. Also walked 3, and we had him at 97 pitches, 55 strikes through those 5 innings. Here's the pitch, fouled back into the netting, just to the left of our broadcast position, 1-1.
And one of the things I was looking for is when he gave up that home run to Zach Rose, how was he going to respond? Yes, another run came around, but he really didn't labor too much after that. That pitch count just going up and up a lot quicker than I'm sure Coach Grove would have liked, because that's a called strike 2 at the plate. But finishing with just about 97 pitches, just that pitch count a little higher than you would have wanted in a couple of individual innings. But overall, not a bad day for West at all.
1-2 foul ball into the netting again, just to our left. Holding at a ball and 2 strikes. You got to love it, man. The sophomore was asked to come out and pitch against one of the top teams in the state, a very difficult offense to face, and he's given his team a chance. Right now down 4-2. West delivers, and the pitch hit on a line towards left field. Diving after it is the left fielder, Lady, and it's going to get by him. Backing up the play is Budka from center, and stopping at second base will be Peyton Corwin.
And just not a play that Lady needs to try to make. He didn't dive until that ball was only about 3 inches off the ground. I wanted to try to make a spectacular play in left field, but he's got to realize at this point in the season that as low as that ball is to the ground, he's not making that catch. Let it come in on a bounce, and that's a single instead. you now have a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, you've played that into a double by diving, trying to get to it, and having it bouncing over the glove and then past you. So a run in scoring position. Swinging at the first pitch, Connor Bailey sends this one into right field. Backpedaling on it to Lauder. He's got it, and the throw in holds the runner at second as Corwin stays there. Now 2 away.
I thought DeLauder was going to be in trouble in right field. He took a few steps in and then quickly turned around to go back. I thought he may have misjudged that baseball off the bat. Was able to make it pretty routine in right field.
Tell you what, Connor Bailey has liked right field tonight, right? Pop out in foul territory to right, a fly out to right, a single up the middle, and then this time a fly out to right. And now with first base open and 2 outs, no way you're facing Cullen Horowitz. He gets the intentional walk.
No reason to. 2 for 3 on the day. Hasn't really put a charge into one deep yet, so you know at least one of those is due. At least with the average that he has, about a home run every 4 to 5 at-bats.
No pitches thrown. They just simply allow him to take first base. And the first pitch of this at-bat is down low, and the throw to second behind the base runner, and the tag just a little bit late. So Reagan Allinger taking that pitch. It is ball 1. A big secondary lead for Corwin out at second, and Hayden Milton came up throwing to second and almost got it.
You can't have a better throw than Hayden Milton just had thrown behind a runner at second base. That right on the money.
1-0 pitch due. Instead, West will pivot and look the runner back to second. The middle infielder Blau had gotten back into his defensive position as a second baseman. 2 outs with 2 on in a 4-2 Jefferson lead, and trying to add more as Allinger bounces the 1-0 foul in behind the plate. He has walked. He has reached on a sun-aided single into center field, and has also flied out to center field. His line drive into center back in the third, that one that Budka didn't get a good read on and then had to dive at the last minute with that sun in his eyes. Could not make the play. West again pivots, looks at that runner at second. Seemed to motion as though he wanted Blau to be a little closer to the bag.
Yeah, somebody keep him honest at second base. You don't want it to be a guaranteed run on a single.
Now that 1-1 pitch up and in. Count to Allinger now at 2 balls and a strike. A 1-out double from Corwin. A 2-out intentional walk to Cullen Horowitz, and Jefferson has runners at first and second. 2 away. Top half of the 6th inning. Game scheduled to go 7. Pitch to the plate, fouled in behind home plate, and it's 2-2. Tough part of the order right here. Coming up for Hedgesville, the 5, 6, and 7 hitters in the bottom of this 6th inning. Hedgesville scored 1 in the first. Jefferson getting all 4 of theirs in the third. Hedgesville answered with a run in the bottom of the third, and that's where we stand 4-2. West ready. Here's the pitch. Runner breaks for a third. The throw down a bit high and wide, and it is a stolen base as Corwin goes into third. Horowitz staying put at first base. That pitch missing. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The count now full. That'll give Horowitz a chance to be on the move with the pitch to the plate. Relatively short lead over there at first. Begins to stretch it out just a little bit more.
It's really only about the body length, maybe not even a full body length.
There he goes, 3-2 delivery, and that is a called strike 3. So there you go. Reagan Allinger caught looking to end the inning. Jefferson getting a couple of base runners on a double and an intentional walk, but they will leave those runners stranded, including another in scoring position. They have now left 5 at either second or third so far through their first 6 at-bats. Moving to the bottom of the 6th inning when we come back with Jefferson still leading Hedgesville 4-2.
Remember that last trip to the auto mechanic?
I also think your solenoid gasket is bad.
What?
Yep, that'll be another $500.
Forget that and go to D&N Auto Specialist at 230 Tavern Road, Martinsburg, where honesty is their best policy. Serving the Eastern Panhandle since 1974, D&N Auto is family-owned and operated, specializing in exhaust alignments and tires. From general maintenance to major overhauls, they'll treat you right. Call D&N Auto Specialist at 304-267-4078.
WVU Medicine introduces a new minimally invasive hysterectomy surgery to our area. V-Notes is an advanced gynecologic technique that provides many benefits to patients, such as shorter hospital stays, less post-operative pain, faster recoveries, and no visible scars. Dr. Aaron Miller and Dr. Lori Tucker with WVU Medicine OBGYN in Martinsburg are the only OBGYNs in the Baltimore, Washington metropolitan area currently offering this cutting-edge procedure. WVU Medicine, the future of surgery is here.
Now checking out some other scores from around the area. Spring Mills now has an 8-3 lead over Hampshire as the Trojans bat in the top of the 8th inning out at Spring Mills. And Washington has taken a 6-5 lead over the Bulldogs at P.O. Faulkner Park. The Patriots still batting in the top of the 5th inning there. Here it is a 4-2 lead for Jefferson. Aiden Milton out of the 5 spot in the order stands in and takes the first pitch from Riley Vadaz down low and inside, ball 1. We've got that as pitch number 79 for Vadaz. 46 of those have been for strikes. Pitch a little up and in, and there's ball 2.
And that'll be it. 2 pitches. That's all that Coach Lowry needed to see this inning. As Cayman Gonzalez got the quick point as Coach Lowry walking out of the dugout, guessing he knew that Vadaz was going to be on a short leash. Took about 2 steps out, pointed the shortstop, and it's going to be Cayman Gonzalez in relief.
Well, there you go. Right in the middle of the at-bat. So Gonzalez will inherit the 2-ball, no-strike count. Well, as the new pitcher gets in his warm-up tosses, and our new shortstop takes over, and it looks like it's just going to be Vadaz.
Straight swap.
So there you go, the straight switch. We'll take a 1-minute timeout, then come back to get action back underway. Bottom of the 6th inning, Hedgesville batting and Jefferson leading 4-2.
Babe, I'm hungry.
Where do you want to go?
I don't know, you pick.
Chinese?
No, not feeling it.
Mexican?
No, we just had that over the weekend.
You pick.
Let's go to the Cider Press restaurant. They have a new smoker burger. I think you'd really like it.
The Cider Press restaurant inside Taylor's Farm Market has what you're craving, where the food is fresh and you feel right at home. Exit 5 right off I-81 in Inwood or online at ciderpressdeliandgrill.com.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood & Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandsmall.com.
Erie Insurance.
Well, Matt, as we get ready for action here again, let's quickly recap what the softball sectionals will look like. Earlier, we talked about the baseball sectional tournament pairings for next week. With the way that the seasons are playing out and have been adjusted due to the COVID pandemic, we're actually going to have those softball and baseball sectionals and regionals all going on at about the same time. And in Section 1 in softball, Hedgesville is the 1 seed. They will host the 4 seed Martinsburg, while Spring Mills is the 2 seed. Will host the 3 seed Musselman. Those games also will be next Tuesday. And in Section 2, Washington is the 1 seed. They'll get the bye. And next Wednesday, it will be the 2 seed Jefferson hosting the 3 seed Hampshire.
And a scoring update, softball today. Spring Mills getting the win over Hampshire 15-1 on senior day in the north end of the county.
There you go. So Camian Gonzalez ready to go, and he will toe the pitching rubber and deliver a called strike 1 to Aiden Milton, and the count now at 2-1 strike. He inherited that 2-0 count, but throws a first pitch strike, and now that's 2-1 down low. That is 3 balls and a strike. The numbers in this one for Riley Vadaz: 5+ innings, 2 runs allowed on 4 hits, 4 strikeouts with 3 walks and 1 hit batter. 3-1 pitch, sharply hit towards the shortstop, leaping into the air, making the backhand stab is Riley Vadaz. Nice play defensively after leaving from the mound to take over at short.
Yeah, no rest for the weary. Heads up over there at short. Good play.
So one away, bases empty as it brings up Colby Blau, who had been the DH, but now is in defensively playing at second base.
Camion Gonzalez on the season. This is his 9th appearance. They've all been in relief.
Misses with the first pitch, ball 1.
12 1/3 coming in. Now 12 2/3 on the mound. A 1.13 ERA.
It's been very effective on the year. 1-0 delivery, swing and a miss at a pitch inside, and that back foot moving again for Blau.
So far on the year for Gonzalez as well. Some more stats for him. 7 hits, 4 runs, 2 of those earned. 15 strikeouts to 4 walks.
So a young man that again comes in throwing strikes, except for here. This one down low. 2 balls and 1 strike. No, that was not the broadcaster's jinx. That's the thing you go to every time that something like that happens.
Coincidence? I think not.
That 2-1 delivery. Gonzalez is ready. Had the plate, but down below the knees, and it's 3-1. Now, Vadaz clearly battled in this one. When you look at the number of pitches thrown, when you look at the 3 walks in this game and a hit batter to only 8 walks in 29 innings coming in, didn't necessarily have his best stuff, but still right there in line to get the win with a 4-2 lead. Blau cannot catch up on that 3-1, 3-2.
And Blau, not a lot of power numbers this year, and it's pretty clear why when you watch his swing. A guy that gets contact, 12 hits on the year, but happy feet at the plate.
3-2 a swing and a miss, and Blau is down on strikes for a second time today.
That is now strikeout number 12 for him on the season.
Big one for Camion Gonzalez. He's retired the first 2 batters that he has faced, and instead of Tyler Smith, we'll have a pinch hitter, and it's Luke Kisner being called on. He'll bat in this number 7 spot in the order. Smith 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts, and so Kisner with a chance to see what he can do to put one in play as he squares and shows bunt and takes down low, ball 1.
And a big batter for Camion Gonzalez. If you get this out when you go to the bottom of the 7th, you get 8-9-1. Means you still got to get through Cam Lady, who's been productive in that number 9 spot, and Connor has reached for the walk tonight, and Butka obviously dangerous in the number 1 spot, but it's part of the order you would rather see than having to go 2, 3, 4.
The 1-0 pitch, missing high and outside. 2 balls and no strikes to the left-handed hitting Kisner. Gonzalez has the sign from Roberts. He is ready. This pitch down and in. 3-0. Kisner on the season a 208 average, a 361 on base percentage. 10 hits in 48 at bats, 6 walks and 6 strikeouts. No home runs, 8 driven in. 3-0 pitch. Down low and inside, and that's a 4-pitch base on balls. So a 2-out base runner for Hedgesville. Now you get Braylon Connor. There's still a chance to face maybe 9-1-2 if you can get Connor here.
And you get Butka and West up, you like those odds. Obviously, you'd love to get DeLauder up as well. But still, if you can get those big guys up in the top of the order with 1 and 2, 2 guys batting over 375 respectively in Butka and West, you like your odds.
Now the first pitch down low to Braylon Connor. That is ball 1. 5 consecutive pitches out of the strike zone now for Camion Gonzalez. Connor has popped out in foul territory to the catcher and has drawn a base on balls. He takes a strike here, and it's 1-1. And we should add that's one of 3 pop fouls around the plate caught by the catcher.
Sammy Roberts has done his job fielding his position today, no doubt about it.
We don't see 3 of those hardly in an entire season. 3 of them in a game here. Throw over to first. Back in on the dive goes Kisner. There's generally not a ton of foul territory behind home plate at a lot of these high school fields, and so in that situation, you don't get many of those kind of straight up the elevator shaft where you get to make a play as a catcher. 1 ball, 1 strike pitch. Finds that outside corner about belt high. That's a called strike 2.
That one's some late movement on it. A little bit of trailing action on that fastball.
Gonzalez looking in at Sammy Roberts, getting that sign, ready with a 1 ball, 2 strike pitch. Here it comes. Misses high. It's 2-2.
Yeah, that breaking ball, you could tell missing a minute it left his hand. Not the grip he wanted, not the release point he wanted, but
just
kind
of
floated. You could watch all the way in. Almost a knuckleball when he wasn't trying to throw a knuckleball.
Kisner with his lead, held by Rose at first. Throw over a little bit high. Nice job by Rose to reach up and get it. And then tiptoe around Kisner, who went back in head first.
It's nice to have 6'3" at first base.
Yes.
Makes your target a little easier.
2 outs in the inning with that runner at first. Gonzalez ready to go back to work on Braylon Connor. Here comes that 2-2, fouled out of play. First base side. We'll do it again at 2 balls and 2 strikes. On the joys of high school baseball. There go 2 guys from the dugout, track down that foul ball.
They have it easy. We used to have to crawl under a fence at my high school. One person pulled up the fence, the other one Army crawled underneath of it.
Nice.
Made it look like you played a lot in the game, though.
So Mom had to wash the uniform no matter what. 2 ball, 2 strike pitch again, fouled back and out of play. Heads up, guys. Got another one coming your way.
Somebody decided it was fun to put a used car lot on the other side of that fence. Didn't think about the fact there was a baseball field. So I can't tell you how many times we found baseballs right to the left of a car with a nice crack across the windshield.
We have a special today.
Yes. $200 off, but you have to replace the windshield.
Again, a 2 ball, 2 strike pitch due. Gonzalez to the plate. Check swing, and it's a called strike 3. Connor fooled by that pitch. Started to go around, held up, and it ends up that pitch was in the strike zone anyway. Big strikeout for Camian Gonzalez. He does give up the 2-out base on balls, but able to pitch around it. And we will go to the 7th and final inning of regulation. It is the Jefferson Cougars looking for some insurance in the top of the 7th as they lead Hedgesville 4-2.
A reputation for caring, a legacy of service. At Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations, it's been our story since 1880. A family-owned business, we support the needs and wishes of families. We offer traditional services, as well as many options for cremation, customized remembrances, and pre-planning. Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations retains its family atmosphere and stays true to its roots. Contact us for advanced planning, or at your time of loss. We're here when you need us.
This is Ben Copenhaver, your local alarm professional at Dynamark Atlantic Security. Did you know that home break-ins are 6% more likely during the day? That's right. The bad guys know when you're away, and they are smarter than you think. Dynamark Atlantic Security has the security solutions for you. Don't commit the error when the game is on the line. Phone me today at 304-671-2158 to learn how to play good defense against the bad guys. Dynamark Atlantic Security. Call today at 304-671-2158.
Zach Rose to get things started in this Jefferson half of the 7th inning. Number 4 hitter in the order with a huge swing and miss at strike 1 from Kyle West.
Yeah, Tyler Smith just got a breeze over at first base. Boy, was that a big cut.
West is ready. Works from the third base side of that pitching rubber. Paints the black on the outside corner with this one. That is a called strike 2.
Boy, if he can get that call every time, going to be awfully tough for Zach Rose to do anything with.
Rose has a walk, a strikeout, and sandwiched in between that big 3-run home run as part of the 4-run third inning. All of the runs for Jefferson scoring in that third inning. And a huge one on the 2-out wild pitch that scored the 4th run of that inning. Time taken now. We're back to action in the 0-2 delivery. That one misses high, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Kyle West came in that 6th inning, gave up a double with 1 out. The intentional walk to Cullen Horowitz with 2 away, got the strikeout to end the inning. 1-2 pitch here, and it's a bouncing ball. Taking a head-high hop off the glove of the first baseman, Tyler Smith, and out into right field. And Rose will be aboard at first. That may very well be a bad bounce base hit. That was a tough play at first as Smith was waiting on it and then just had to throw that glove up quickly and defend his face as it took that hop.
Yeah, I'm going with a very hard hit single. And one of the big things coaches yell from a very young age is just hit it hard somewhere, because you get those things. You hit the ball hard enough anywhere, you sometimes get those things to happen.
Yeah, Smith looked like he was right there ready to make the play until that last hop. And now a runner aboard for Wabnitz, who bunts at the first pitch and bunts it foul. Hellman catching a piece of Aiden Milton and then heading over towards the Hedgesville dugout. Strike one to Sam Wabnitz, who's 2 for 3 after a strikeout looking in the first. He singled and scored in the third and doubled into that gap in left center in the fifth inning. Was left stranded at third base. Squares around again, takes a fastball high, and it's 1-1. You know Coach Lowry will play for the run here with a 4-2 lead. Hedgesville down to their final at bat in the bottom of the seventh inning. We'll have the 9 1 and 2 hitters do. 1-1 pitch, and it is a foul. And let's see, it is caught by the catcher Milton at the plate, and the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. He squared around, or turned around, I should say, and showed our plate umpire Dave Boyd. I caught that one, but that's still just strike 2. So the 1-2 pitch on the way, a swing and a fly ball into center field. Butka underneath of it now, moving in, continuing to move in and to his left, eventually catches up with it and makes that grab. The runner will hold at first with 1 away.
We've certainly seen the center fielder struggle today to read the ball off the bat. Whether there's sun out, whether there's not, Butka completely stopped and kind of just waited. It looked like he was waiting for the baseball and then picked up speed again. No wind tonight, so it's not like the wind got it at the last minute. That flagpole in right field, that flag completely drooping in right field.
Zach Rose holding it first, 1 down. Now Camion Gonzalez standing in. Gonzalez with his 4th at-bat. Takes a pitch up and in for ball 1. He bounced into a 6-4 fielder's choice in the first, singled to left in the third, and lined out to right his last time up in the 5th. Waggles that bat behind the earpiece and turns on this one and rips it foul over towards the dugout off the third base side. Count now at 1 ball, 1 strike.
Got a hold of it. Straighten it up a little bit.
He has hit the ball well this season, that .371 average. 1 for 3 today so far, so it would drop it just a little bit.
Jeff King checking that baseball to make sure it wasn't dented, hitting one of the poles. Holding the fence up on that dugout down the third base line. Good to go.
Now that 1-1 pitch, huge swing and a miss. 1 ball and 2 strikes. We have seen some of these guys in this Jefferson lineup, and when they swing, there is no hesitation. No such thing as a weak cut. At least not very often, that's for sure.
Hit it hard somewhere.
Rose is lead at first, and the pitch to the plate fouled it straight back, holding it 1-2. Sammy Roberts due next, comes out of that on-deck circle and tracks down the ball, hands it back to Dave Boyd behind the plate. Gives him a little pat on the shoulder as well. As a catcher, Roberts knows what it's like to have that gear on and the mask on a warm evening. Showing a little love to the ump. 1 ball, 2 strike pitch due. 1 out, runner at first. Here it comes, bouncer foul. Again, this one headed off towards that third base side a little bit. And again, it will be Roberts to scoop that one up.
He's got the most action this inning in the infield.
Here we go with the 1-2 pitch again due. Gonzalez battling hard against Kyle West. West comes set, lifts the leg. Here's the pitch. Popped high into the air. Foul, and this one out of play. That one headed over towards the concession stand area. There's 3 straight pitches fouled away with a count at a ball and 2 strikes. Looks like they're bottom of the 5th at P.O. Faulkner, with Washington out in front by an 8-5 score over Martinsburg.
Not what Coach Byler wanted today.
Not at all.
Washington may be sending a little bit of a statement going, should we have been a little bit higher?
We'll talk about it tomorrow on Miller Time. 1 ball, 2 strike pitch, a swing and a miss. And this time West gets the better of Gonzalez, getting his 3rd strikeout, 2 away in the Jefferson top of the 7th.
Good at-bat on both sides again. It's got to be a winner and a loser in each at-bat, and that one going to Kyle West. But a good at-bat for Camion Gonzalez, fighting off a few pitches. Ended up being a 7-pitch at-bat, and only 1 missed the zone.
2 down with Rose still at first as it brings up Sammy Roberts. By the way, Spring Mills completing the win over Hampshire by an 8-3 final. That is now complete at Cardinal Field. First pitch to Roberts, strike one. Sammy Roberts with a walk. A ground out into a 4-6-3 double play and a pop out into foul territory, caught in shallow right field. Swings and misses this one. 0-2 the counts.
That one hitting perfectly in the pocket of Aiden Milton. Loudest pop we've heard
Yes.
from a baseball tonight.
I almost thought he may have foul tipped it.
Yeah, that was just the pop of the glove.
0-2 pitch and a line drive down the right field line, but foul. That one beyond the reach of Tyler Smith at first, who was ranging over towards the line, and it's a foul ball, and we'll do it over again. Rose will retreat to the first base bag. It's been a crazy game, Matt. When you think of Jefferson's all 4 runs being in that third inning, they have had hits in each inning. One hit, at least one in every inning. One in the first, one in the second, then the 4 runs on 5 hits in that third. Had a hit in the fourth, a hit in the fifth, a hit in the sixth. They've had a hit in this inning, but just haven't been able to bunch them together enough to score. Rose is on the move, pitch to the plate, high and tight, and Aiden Milton can't make the exchange from the glove to the throwing hand. He drops the baseball, and it's a steal for Rose.
I can't imagine Zach Rose has too many stolen bases this year. Heck of a power hitter, heck of a defensive first baseman. But I can't imagine he's had too many straight steals like that all year.
He's now in scoring position as Roberts will step out. Count holding at 1-2. Roberts will dig back in. Chance to add an insurance run. Base hit here would likely score Rose. At least the attempt would be there. I think if you're Jefferson, you'd make the defense have to throw him out. And here is a base hit into right field. And DeLauder comes up on a bounce and fires through to Smith. Now the relay throw to the plate, and it's wide. Goes through to the backstop, and a run will come home to score.
And if that throw's on target, they had Zach Rose beat. Unfortunately, I think when Smith turned around, he realized just how much time he had and maybe thought about that throw just a little too much.
It's got to be the 10th run batted in on the season for Roberts, as they were sending the runner on contact basically, and then the wide throw at first is going to be an error that will allow the batter, Roberts, to go to second base. So that'll be our first error of the day. Will we have a courtesy runner? Yeah, we will. Roberts is waiting on that. Yeah. That should be La Follette who would head out there, but I think we're going to also have a pinch hitter. Is that Finn?
It is Ada. That is Finn Horowitz. Griffin's the full name. Finn the nickname. Finn and Bear, the Horowitz boys.
Some pretty good baseball players. No doubt about it. And I'm sure have helped to kind of push each other along through the years growing up playing.
And it'll be Shipe who's the pinch runner now. This won't be a courtesy run situation, as the courtesy runner was La Follette, as you mentioned. So now a pinch runner is at second base, and it's Daquan Shipe.
Courtesy runner for the Cougars is number 42, Jordan Biggs.
So Shipe will take over at second as Horowitz stands in. Now a 5-2 lead for the Jefferson Cougars. And the first pitch to Finn Horowitz, taken for strike one. Look at his numbers on the season. They've been pretty decent. 265 the average, 435 the on-base percentage. Swings and bounces this one foul third base side. West ahead in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. Horowitz has 9 hits in 34 at-bats, a couple of homers and 15 runs driven in, 9 walks, and 8 strikeouts. The 0-2 pitch. Here it comes, in on his hands, but he pops it foul over the press box. We'll do it again at 0-2.
Jefferson's done a really good job today of fighting off pitches.
Yep. They certainly have, making these guys work for Hedgesville. We had 97 pitches for the starter, Ruest. And after 17 in that 6th inning, what do you got? 4 and 4 would be 8. 8 and 7's 15, 22, so about 25 pitches so far in this half inning for West. Really having to work hard. The 0-2 delivery due to the plate. Here it comes. That one bounces into the chest protector of Milton. Keeps it in front of him as it bounces out into the grass in front of the home plate circle. 1 ball, 2 strikes now on Finn Horowitz. See what we can find out on the Nationals and the Reds. Looking to join that one in progress coming up. The 1-ball, 2-strike pitch due. Here it comes. The runner at second with a lead, and the pitch is bounced foul at the plate as it came off of the batter in the batter's box. Ricocheted off of Finn Horowitz and back towards the backstop. We'll do it again as the count holds at 1-2. So a big insurance run for Jefferson in this 7th inning, now out in front 5-2. The 1-ball, 2-strike pitch. Here it comes. Hit in the air into medium range center field, may call it shallow center field now, as Budka comes in and will make that play to retire the side. The fly out ends it, but the Jefferson Cougars are able to score a run on a couple of hits. There was an error as well. Sammy Roberts with the RBI base hit has given Jefferson now a 3-run lead. As we go to the bottom half of the 7th inning, the 9-1-2 hitters due for Hedgesville with Jefferson out in front 5-2.
Looking to buy a home in the Eastern Panhandle? Having trouble getting your house sold? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. A Martinsburg High School graduate, Chris knows the local market, and he's proven it as the #1 real estate team in West Virginia in 2019. Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. Phone 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Let's celebrate your real estate milestone together. Remember that last trip to the auto mechanic?
I also think your solenoid gasket is bad.
What?
Yep, that'll be another $500.
Forget that and go to D&N Auto Specialist at 230 Tavern Road, Martinsburg, where honesty is their best policy. Serving the Eastern Panhandle since 1974, D&N Auto is family-owned and operated, specializing in exhaust alignments and tires. From general maintenance to major overhauls, they'll treat you right. Call D&N Auto Specialist at 304-267-4078.
Last chance for the Hedgesville Eagles. They will have to get it done against Camion Gonzalez, who would be up for a save in this one. Having worked that 6th inning and now into the 7th inning, came in with a 2-run game. Right now a 3-run lead for Jefferson, 5-2.
The 6-out save.
Vidaz would be the winning pitcher. And Matt, he would improve to 6-0 on the season. Maybe his last start before the postseason, only because of weather. Jefferson was supposed to play every day this week, including Saturday. So they had 6 games in 6 days. They were rained out yesterday against Musselman, and right now the forecast not great as you get into Friday and Saturday.
Should make our coverage interesting the next couple of days.
Well,
we were supposed to have a game on Friday. No game tomorrow. We had announced we may do that Hampshire-Musselman game, but trying to get personnel together that quickly when we weren't expecting it, just not able to bring you that game. Thursday we have a graduation. We're covering the Musselman drive-through graduation.
The weather will at least be
TV
nice for
10.
that.
Should be beautiful for that. And then we were supposed to have Martinsburg on Friday.
Hosting Musselman.
Yep, and that game very weather pending at the moment.
Here we go, bottom of the 7th inning. Getting started with the first pitch to Cam Lady, a strike on the inside corner. Lady out of the number 9 spot in the order is 1-4-2. A single to center in the 2nd and a fly out to center in the 4th.
Sammy Roberts saw a little lip where there was dirt dug out in front of the plate, and he, with his hand, almost like a kid in the sandbox.
0-1 pitch is bounced towards the shortstop. Charging in on it, Vidaz, reaching out glove side left, kind of scooping at it. Has it go in and out of the glove. That'll be an error. First on Jefferson, and Lady is aboard.
And you mentioned in our last commercial break, just to me, man, look at that. No errors for either side. We've now had one in the top of the 7th and now one in the bottom of the 7th.
You started tapping on wood as soon as I said that.
I said so far.
I guess it only counts if the guy that says it taps on wood, right?
I guess.
See if
that's how it's working right now.
See if Hedgesville can mount this rally. Down 5-2, leadoff batter aboard. Back to the top of the order, it's Thomas Budka. First pitch to him. Fastball just up and in, ball 1. Budka with a walk and a run scored in the 1st, a pop out to short in the 2nd, and a pop out in foul territory to the catcher, Sammy Roberts, in the 4th inning. Lady the lead at first, held on by Rose. Here's the pitch, fastball down the middle for a strike, now 1-1.
Seen a couple of Hedgesville comebacks this year.
Yes.
And again, every comeback's got to start with getting that first runner on.
And getting out of an inning has to start with that first out that sometimes can be hard to get when you're in the field. 1-1 strike delivery. Here it comes. A bouncing ball towards the first baseman. Past Rose. Gloved by the second baseman. To the pitcher covering. They didn't get him. Nice play by Kinsler at second, ranging far to his left. As that one went by Rose, he scooped through to the pitcher covering, but Gonzalez just could not get the foot on the bag before Budka beat it out. It's a base hit.
Yeah, usually in that situation, when you're coming towards the bag as a pitcher, you want that right foot to hit the bag as you're getting the baseball so you can push off of first base and go back towards the field. He couldn't get that right foot on the bag and ended up having to pause and kind of twist his body and get that left foot on the bag, and I think that was the difference between the first out of the inning and now 2 runners on.
And now it brings up Kyle West with 6 home runs on the season. Not that you want to go into an at-bat thinking that, right? You just want to get a good pitch to hit.
One swing of the bat, and we got a tie game with nobody out in the bottom of the 7th.
There you go.
That's for us to think about, not him.
That's it. Yeah, we're thinking about it all right, as West is 1 for 3 in this one. First time up, popped out in foul territory to the third baseman, Horowitz. Second time up in the third, doubled into that gap in left center. And his last time up in the 5th, got caught looking. Just the 9th time he struck out this season. His first at bat against Camian Gonzalez, who came in relief in the 6th inning. Here's the first pitch, and the breaking pitch stays high, ball 1. Big opportunity for Hedgesville. Down 5-2, bottom half of inning number 7, final inning of regulation. West, a left-hand batter. Gonzalez, the right-hander on the hill. He's ready, and the pitch. That one snaps down in there for a called strike. Now at 1-1. Caden DeLauder due next. They're moving to the top of the 7th inning down in D.C. We'll get you there for the end of that one. 2-0, the Reds with a lead. 2 runs on 5 hits. Here's the pitch, a fastball at the knees. That one's taken for a strike. Now at 1-2. The Nationals, by the way, no runs on 3 hits.
And now if you're West, you got to take a different approach at the plate. Obviously, you want to put a charge into one, but you've also got to be in protect mode with 2 strikes at the plate.
Gonzalez ready. The runners there leads. And the 1-2 pitch goes all the way through to the backstop. Karam's all the way back out into the infield up the first base line where Camian Gonzalez, the pitcher, retrieves it. And the base runners will advance. A wild pitch moving Lady to third and Budka to second, 2 in scoring position, and a 2-2 count to West. They're just trying to overthrow that one.
Yeah. You're trying to reach back and find a little bit more on that fastball.
So now the 2-2 due to West. 2 in scoring position, but again, those 2, they'll hurt a little bit, but they don't beat you. Right now, a 3-run lead. Pitch to the plate, and this one fouled down the first base line. Nice try by, is that Coach Snyder down there? Yep, in the first base coach's box. It got by him.
Infield on the right side has now been pushed back almost to shallow right field. Coach Lowry making sure he's coming out of the dugout and forcing them back almost to the outfield grass. So at any ground ball they got a shot at.
Yeah, willing to give up the run for the out here. Bouncer, foul, back towards the netting, just to the first base side behind home plate. That one headed not too far over from our first base camera. 5-2, the lead for Jefferson, but Hedgesville threatening. Nobody out runners at second and third, and Kyle West awaiting a 2-2 pitch from Camian Gonzalez. Here it comes. That one low, and it's a full count, 3-2. First base is open, not that you want to put him there. West is looking for a pitch he can drive somewhere.
And I'm not sure what you go with if you're Camian Gonzalez. You've thrown everything in just about every location to West so far in this at-bat.
The 3-2 delivery. It's an off-speed pitch, bounce towards the first baseman. Rose has it, getting it to the pitcher, covering in time to get the out there, but a run will come home to score. Lady crosses from third, cutting that Hedgesville deficit to 5-3. Budka goes from second to third, and West is retired, but does collect his 36th run batted in on the season.
And that is a play at first base that doesn't look as hard as it is to make if you're watching it on TV. with Rose as deep as he is, he's playing a scorcher on the third or fourth bounce with as far back as he's playing. And he's got to toss over to first from a distance that he's not used to tossing from in this pivotal point of the game. So good job by Zach Rose at first.
And Camion Gonzalez getting over there to cover first base. One down now with a runner at third, a run already in, and Caden DeLauder standing in, taking ball one low. DeLauder, the junior right fielder, has walked, singled, and flied out to center field. 1 for 2 in this one. Takes a pitch down low, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. Time being taken, and John Lowry going to make his way out to talk with Camion Gonzalez. Matt, here we go. State championships for Coach Lowry and the Cougars. How about 12 of them? Over 5 different decades. The 70s, as they got their first one in 79. The 80s, as they got one in 88. They owned the 90s, 91, 92, 93, 98, and 99. In the double aughts, all right, or the 2000s, the championships in 05 and 07. And in the 10s, in 11, 15, and 16. Oh, and by the way, if 12 state titles weren't enough, 4 times they were in it and settled for the runner-up. So 16 state championship games. If they could get back there and do it this year, that would make number 13, but would also make it 6 different decades. Pretty impressive stuff. Conference on the mound concludes. 2 ball, no strike pitch due. Here it comes. Hit in the air into right field. Coming in on it is Corwin. He's going to have to play it on a bounce. That'll be an RBI base hit. It scores Budka from third. Hedgesville back to within a run, trailing 5-4, and the tying run is on base. Now they seem to be playing deep, trying to make sure that a ball didn't get by them, and in that case, it hurts.
Yeah, Peyton Corwin playing deep in right field. They pushed the entire right side back, and that was infield and outfield.
So DeLauder gets RBI number 20 on the season on the base hit to right. 2 runs have crossed. The tying run is at first, and Riley Bubb is the batter. What do we got? 8-6. Bottom of the 6th inning, Washington over Martinsburg, but Martinsburg trying to rally with the bases loaded. Haven't gotten much out of Musselman. Trip Tobin joining us up here in the press box sharing some scores. I'll ask him if he gets anything from that Musselman-Frankfort game. Toss over to first, trying to keep DeLauder close there. He's back in. Riley Bubb has been hit by a pitch, brought home a run on an RBI infield single, and his last time up popped out in foul territory to the catcher. Pitch to the plate, off the mitt of Roberts, the catcher, and through to the backstop. That'll be a passed ball that allows the runner to go to second base. DeLauder now in scoring position. Not sure if he got crossed up a little bit or what.
This is now the second straight time we've seen Camion Gonzalez labor a little bit in relief. It has not been the normal Gonzalez we saw early to the midpoint of the season. And last time you knew he was coming off short rest, so you didn't know what you were going to expect, but right now struggling a bit.
1-0 pitch lifted into the air deep into right center field. That's going to be trouble. It is down and up against the fence, and we're going to have a tie ball game. DeLauder waved around third. He will score, and now the winning run is in scoring position at second base as Riley Bubb puts himself there with the RBI double. Are you kidding me?
Wow. We said it going into the bottom of the 7th before there was an out, before there was a base runner. We have seen Hedgesville come back in games this year. This is a team that does not quit, and we've heard from Coach Grove. They don't start games well, from what he said, and sometimes it takes them a little while to get going. And tonight, 1 run in the first inning, so got it going a little bit early. 1 run in the bottom of the 3rd inning, but nothing since then, and now getting the bats going again. See if Aiden Milton can find a gap somewhere and win this game for the Eagles.
Well, and he's not going to get a chance. The intentional walk will be issued to Aiden Milton, putting runners at first and second and giving the infield an opportunity to get an out at either third, second, or first, or perhaps to even turn a double play and give us some free baseball. We are tied at 5, bottom of the 7th inning. Still just 1 down and runners at first and second. Quick conference over there at first as Coach Snyder takes some of the batting gear from Milton, who usually kind of has a little armor on when he's at the plate. Colby Blau, the batter, and the first pitch to him, a fastball for strike 1.
And wouldn't this be a way to turn the day around for Colby Blount? 2 strikeouts in the day. Really hasn't looked overly confident at the plate all day. This would be a heck of a way to end it for him.
He lined into a double play in that 3rd inning. Hit it pretty hard to the second baseman in that at bat. Cues this one off the end of the bat, rolling up the first base line, but into foul territory. And the count to him now at 0-2. 9-8 Martinsburg is now rallied in the bottom of the 6th and regained the lead over Washington. We already know it was, an 8-3 victory for Spring Mills as they defeated Hampshire, but still efforting to find out about Musselman and Frankfort as that game changer shut off in the 1st inning. Action getting back underway as Blau awaits that 0-2 pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a miss, and he's down on strikes. Big out for Camian Gonzalez. 2 down in the inning, and for Gonzalez, strikeout number 3. So 11-1 in 5 innings, with Musselman getting the victory in that one over Frankfurt. Well, now the Hedgesville Eagles have one more chance to try to get the winning run in regulation, tied at 5.
And it'll be Michael Nichols into pinch hit for Tyler Smith.
Nichols with a swing and looked like a foul tip, or certainly sounded like it. It was held on to by Roberts, and it's 0-1 now to Nichols, batting in the number 7 spot in the order, and he becomes the 3rd batter in this spot in the order.
And did we not see Nichols hit a walk-off earlier in the year?
Yeah, I believe that was the Washington game, correct? Here's a pitch that misses, or no, it may have been a strike. It is a called strike 2, but again, a pass ball as it got away from Roberts, and by bouncing away allows the runners to advance. Now the game-winning run is just 90 feet away.
If you're Camian Gonzalez, don't miss your catcher.
No balls and 2 strikes to Nichols.
Gonzalez, a long stroll back to the mound.
Yeah, he's contemplating right here, I think, what pitch he wants to throw. He looks in at Roberts, and now comes set. The delivery. Swing and a foul ball down the first base line. Little inside-out swing. That ball had a slice to it and was well fouled. Count holds no balls, 2 strikes. Way to fight that one off. So Michael Nichols trying to be the hero in this one for Hedgesville. What a way to get their 5th straight win and improve to 18-7 if they can do it. The 0-2 pitch again due. Gonzalez ready. Here it comes. That one misses high and outside. You could see Roberts pull that one back down trying to frame it.
And a good eye for Nichols. That is really tough to do at this juncture of the game with 2 strikes on him. Runners at 2nd and 3rd. You just want to swing the bat at this point. But a good eye.
Here's the pitch to Nichols, and he takes a called strike 3 on the outside corner. Nichols caught looking, ends the inning, but the damage done as 3 runs cross, and the Hedgesville Eagles have tied it up. We are going to the 8th inning. Let's play some extra baseball here at Eagle Field. We're tied at 5.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood & Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandsmall.com.
Erie Insurance.
Craving lunch or dinner? The Cider Press restaurant inside Taylor's Farm Market has what you're craving. Awarded one of the 101 most unique places to eat in West Virginia, the Cider will fill you up with their delicious fresh orchard panini, mouth-watering smoker burger, farmer's daughter Cobb salad, and more. The Cider Press also serves a wide selection of craft beer and hard ciders. The Cider Press, serving lunch and dinner daily and where the food is fresh. You'll feel right at home. Now offering online ordering at ciderpressdeliandgrill.com.
We move to the top of the 8th inning with the 9-1-2 hitters coming up for the Jefferson Cougars. Peyton Corwin to get it started, and Kyle West will toe the pitching rubber. Matt, we've got him at 43 pitches and 33 strikes through 2 innings in relief. Let's see what Jefferson could do. They played it a run in the top of the 7th. Boy, was that a big one. It was an insurance run at the time. It's the only reason we're tied right now. First pitch to Corwin, and that one a fastball for strike 1.
Well, up to this point, Martinsburg had played Jefferson the toughest. Just a 1-run game a few weeks ago. Now you got to say that's Hedgesville. It's taken more than a normal 7 innings to figure out the winner of this one.
Called strike 2 at the knees, and Corwin down in the count 0-2. He had a double into the left center field gap back in the 6th inning against West. His only hit in this one as Corwin is 1 for 3. He will step out before West can deliver the next pitch. The 0-2 is due. Bailey and Horowitz, the 1 and 2 hitters, coming next. Here's a flare off the end of the bat out into left field. Stays high in the air and ranging over Cam Lady towards the line. Gets under it and makes the grab for out number 1. So a fly out to left. Base is empty for Connor Bailey. Eric Grove has some decisions to make, because you know you got Cullen Horowitz in the on-deck circle. Do you walk him, depending on what Bailey does?
If Bailey doesn't get on, I think you walk him. You obviously don't want to walk him to get somebody in scoring position or deeper in scoring position, but I don't know. I don't want his bat at the plate if the bases are empty. If first base is open, I think I'm walking him.
Bailey takes strike 1. The 0-1 pitch. It's a bouncing ball towards the shortstop. Moving over, he's got it, and that throw on to first. A low throw, and Nichols can't dig it out at first. So Braylon Connor to his left, fielded, but really had to rush that throw just a little bit. Couldn't get enough on it, and Nichols at first could not bring it in. So an E6. Quit laughing.
We were clean through 6. Then you had to say something. That's a 3rd error in as many half innings.
Now you got to imagine you're pitching to the Bear, Cullen Horowitz, who has a couple of singles, has bounced into a 5-4-3 double play, and then was intentionally walked. West is ready, and the at-bat, or the first pitch of the at-bat, lined into the gap in right center field. Ranging over was DeLauder. He couldn't play it cleanly. It took a hop in front and then off of him, and making his turn at third and heading to the plate with a throw coming down. Tagged out at the plate is Connor Bailey. Tried to score all the way from first on that ball that got by DeLauder, but a great relay throw and a great tag by Aiden Milton at the plate. Horowitz will end up at second base, representing the go-ahead run, but now 2 outs in the inning.
We saw Rose waved around on what was a close play earlier in the game, and it was a wide throw, so I'm guessing Coach Lowry going with the same mentality. Will make him make a perfect play, and that's what that was going to have to be. It was going to have to be a perfect play after it got by DeLauder in right field. Budka having to go all the way to the fence in the deepest part of the ballpark in right center, and a great relay into shallow center field. Good throw, good catch at the play, or at the plate. Again, had to be a perfect play, and it was.
Now Reagan Allinger, we'll see what he can do with 2 outs and the go-ahead run at second, and he takes high ball 1. Yeah, DeLauder looked like he had it as he moved over to his right and was coming in, and then at the last second, I guess realized he wasn't going to get there, and it took that awkward bounce and ended up hitting him and then caroming towards the fence out in right center. Allinger takes a strike here, and it's 1-1.
Yeah, I'm not sure how it didn't hit him on the way through and slow that baseball down, but it somehow bounced around him and didn't lose any momentum.
Here's a ground ball off the end of the bat, slowly rolling towards the charging second baseman. Blau has it on the grass and then makes that throw on to first in time to get him. Allinger will ground out 4-3, and Hedgesville has all the momentum in the world. Can they use it to their advantage and get the win in 8 in walk-off fashion? We'll find out. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning here at Eagle Field, still tied at 5.
All right, Matt, when it comes to flooring, you can't beat luxury vinyl. It's waterproof, easy to clean and maintain, extremely durable, and looks great.
Are you nuts? Hardwood flooring's the way to go. It's durable, easy to maintain, matches every decor, and increases the value of your home instantly.
All right, one thing we can agree on is Trips Floor Sanding and Berkeley Fashion Flooring. They'll take care of you with great selection, service, and pricing.
Whether it's hardwood or luxury vinyl, call Trips at 304-229-7009.
Or visit TripsFloorSanding.com. Orsini's, not just an appliance store anymore. They're your one-stop resource for all home needs, whether it's custom kitchen design, countertops, or cabinets, or check out their new sleep studio with Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, and Stearns & Foster. For all of your outdoor living needs, Orsini's has Gladiator Garage Works, Traeger grills, barbecue accessories, barbecue rubs and sauces, and every flavor wood pellets. Visit their brand new 8,200 square foot showroom at 360 Hack Wilson Way, 304-267-7251, Orsinis.com.
That's Daquan Shipe. So Daquan Shipe taking over on the mound for Jefferson. So Camian Gonzalez came in, worked 2 innings, gave up 3 runs. Those score on 3 hits. He would strike out 4 while issuing 2 base on balls. And now Daquan Shipe takes over as the 3rd pitcher of the day for the Jefferson Cougars. Shipe was the winning pitcher in this matchup when Hedgesville played at Jefferson back on April 20th. And he went the distance in that Mercy Rule shortened game, 5 innings, and gave up just 2 hits. So we'll see if he has that kind of magic, so to speak, here in this one to shut down Hedgesville and send us to another extra inning, the 9th inning, right around the corner. Bottom of the 8th here, and Braylon Connor, the number 8 hitter in the order, stands in and takes strike 1. That's what you would expect from Daquan Shipe, the way that we have seen him throw this season. The 0-1 pitch is due. Here it comes. Swinging a bouncing ball towards the 3rd baseman. Horowitz has it on that chest-high hop and bullets a throw across the rows in plenty of time. Connor retired 5-3. Nice defense at 3rd for the Bear. Cullen Horowitz, 1 down, and it brings up Cam Lady. Now this is the portion of the order that got it started in that 7th inning. And remember, it was an E6 that allowed Lady to reach. That started that whole mess that led to the 3 tying runs scoring. We're tied at 5 here in the bottom of the 8th inning. First pitch to Lady, outside, ball 1.
Lady also a single in the game, so he has reached twice. And looking at the numbers for Daquan Shipe after this pitch.
The 1-0 due, and here it comes. Low and inside, ball 2.
So far on this season, Shipe 22 innings on the mound. This is his 8th game played. He has a 1.59 ERA, 17 hits, 6 runs, 5 of those earned, 26 strikeouts to just 5 walks.
2-0 pitch, a fastball down the middle. 2-1. Lady has singled, has flied out to center, and has reached on an error and scored in that 7th inning. So he is 1 for 3. Shipe, from the stretch, even though there is nobody on, delivers a strike on the outer edge, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Some guys like the consistency.
Yep.
Some guys are all right with switching it up depending on who's on and who's not, but there's certain pitchers that, hey, I want to keep the exact same rhythm no matter if there's no one on or if there's guys on the bases.
2-2 pitch off the outside corner, and it's gone full now at 3-2. By the way, 2-0, the Reds still leading our Nationals, and the Nats coming up in the bottom of the 8th inning. So we're playing about the same pace as them. And now 9-9 at P.O. Faulkner between Washington and Martinsburg. 3-2 delivery, fouled out of play down the right field line. It holds at 3-2. 1 out, bases empty. 5-5, bottom of the 8th inning. Hedgesville at 17-7, looking for their 5th straight win. Jefferson's won 8 of their last 9. They're looking for their 21st win in 23 games. 3-2 on the way, and it's a line drive into center field. That one's down for a base hit. So Lady on the 3-2 delivers his 2nd single of the day.
Both scorched right back up the middle.
8th hit for Hedgesville.
Yeah, he has sent both those base hits right back where they came from.
Now it brings up Thomas Budka with the winning run at first base. And now if you're Eric Grove and the Hedgesville coaching staff, are you putting him in motion?
I am. Hey, you got all the momentum right now. Make Sammy Roberts make a perfect throw to second.
Roberts going out to have a quick conference with Daquan Shipe. Rose will hold Lady on at first base. I think that might be a full moon. It's awful close if it's not, and we're having a full moon type of night here, right? That conference on the mound and now wrapping up. And Thomas Budka will stand in for a 5th time today. A walk and a run scored in the first, a pop out to short in the second, pop out in foul territory to the catcher in the 4th, and in that 7th inning, reached on that infield single on the right side of the infield and eventually came around to score. Throw over to first, and Lady goes back in.
All right, we've been in this situation before. Watch the hidden ball trick if you're Hedgesville. Saw that earlier in the year in a extra inning game between Musselman and Spring Mills.
Here comes the pitch. Taken for a strike. 0-1 now to Thomas Budka. 1 out. A runner at first, and that runner representing the winning run. Another throw over. Back in standing goes Lady. So not a real big lead right now. If he's going, he's going to have to be on first motion. He's going to have to almost get a running start. Now stretches that lead out at least a little bit more. He's not going anywhere as the pitch to the plate is fouled straight back, and it's no balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, Budka a little bit early on that one, in the back coming underneath. Just able to get a piece.
You got West at 52 pitches, 41 for strikes right now. So do you keep him back out there? By the way, Washington now with an 11-9 lead in the top of the 7th inning over Martinsburg.
Nobody wants to win that game. Just keep giving it away.
Good news is for Martinsburg, it seems like the last team batting may win that one, and they still have their at-bat to come. Another throw over to first, and now we're back to action with a pitch to the plate that misses inside. Did it hit him? I think it did, yes. That pitch skimming off of Thomas Budka, hit by the pitch. He will take first, and that moves that game-winning run into scoring position at second. Cam Lady at second with Budka at first.
And makes it so you got to pitch to West.
Yeah, you really have no choice.
This is the guy you want up.
Time taken as Roberts is going out again to talk with Shipe. Doesn't look like anything's going to be going on from the dugout as far as a visit, but defense going to have to be on their toes right now. Runners at first and second, 1 down in the inning. Kyle West at the plate. The RBI leader for Hedgesville with 35, make it 36 on the season as he had that RBI ground out in the 7th inning. He is 1 for 3 tonight with a double and a run scored in the 3rd inning. That's for a 5th time. I said 1 for 3. He's actually 1 for 4. Takes a breaking pitch that misses outside for ball 1. Is popped out in foul territory to the third baseman, has doubled and scored, has struck out looking, and has had the RBI ground out. So 1 for 4 for West. 1-0 pitch from Shipe. Here it comes. Works that outside edge for a called strike.
Yeah, but 3 inches off the plate is what has been given all game. It's been consistent.
Yes.
And you can complain about all you want, but it's been consistent. And that's all you can ask for from a home plate umpire.
Shipe with a 1-1, and that one popped up and foul back out of play to the left of our broadcast position. Now at 1-2. Jefferson hoping to get out of this bottom of the 8th inning and play one more. Trying to get to the 9th. Our longest game this year, that 10-inning game in which Musselman got the win at Spring Mills. 1 ball, 2 strike pitch, popped him up on the infield. It's the third baseman, Cullen Horowitz, taking charge, and he will make the catch in the grass for out number 2. Came in and to his left. Was able to make that play, and clearly you could hear him up here calling everyone off.
Although at that point, infield fly rule was in effect, so didn't necessarily need to make the catch. It was out regardless. You want to make it. You don't want to get in the habit of dropping pop flies, but the infield fly rule, as our home plate umpire, Dave Boyd, basically as soon as that ball started to come down, calling that it was out before Horowitz even had to make the catch.
Now Caden DeLauder is the batter. Off-speed pitch to him in there for strike 1.
Man, that's the one you want right there. That one finishing a meatball right over the heart of the plate.
DeLauder has walked, singled, flied out to center, and delivered an RBI single, so he is 2 for 3 with a walk. Swings and fouls this one back out of play. No balls and 2 strikes, and did we get catcher interference? I believe that's what it was, catcher interference, because you could see Roberts at the end of that. The catcher took that glove off, and so he's now having a quick talk with our plate umpire, Dave Boyd, and that's going to be catcher interference as the batter made contact with the catcher on that swing, and that is going to load him up. CI in my book. Catcher's interference moves Lady to third, moves Butke to second. DeLauder is at first, and Riley Bubb could end it here. Right-hand batter with a slightly open stance. Swings at the first pitch, pops it foul over the press box for strike one.
And now you got to watch a base hit or a wild pitch. One gets by the catcher, Sammy Roberts.
Postseason baseball right around the corner, Matt. If it's anything like this, it's going to be fun.
Oh, no doubt about it. A quick question about how many trips to the mound were left. And now there will be a visit to the mound.
There will be. Ken Cross, the pitching coach for Jefferson, going to come out and talk with Daquan Shipe. What a crazy end to this ball game, Matt. I mean,
Hedgesville ain't over yet.
No, Hedgesville scores one in the first. Jefferson answers with four in the third. Hedgesville gets one back in the third. Then neither team can score through the fourth, fifth, or sixth innings. Top of the seventh inning, and Jefferson gets an insurance run, pushes that lead out to 5-2. But in the bottom of the seventh inning, Hedgesville puts three on the board, getting it all started with the first error of the day on Jefferson. We go to the eighth inning, and somehow Kyle West able to get out of a jam and preserve the tie ball game. And now here in the bottom of the eighth inning, golden opportunity as we have had a one-out single, a hit by pitch, and a catcher's interference that has the bases loaded with two outs. And before the pitch can come to Riley Bubb, Bubb will step out and take a little more time. Hey, and Bubb's 2 for 3, been hit by a pitch, had an RBI infield single, a pop out in foul territory to the catcher, and then an RBI double his last time up, and he swings, lines this one into left field and gloved by Connor Bailey. The left fielder had it measured and makes the catch, and we will go to the ninth inning when we come back. We are still tied at 5.
Can't hit it much harder than Riley Bubb just hit it, unfortunately. Connor Bailey just right there.
Let's take a 60-second break. It's West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNRN TV 10.
All right, Matt, when it comes to flooring, you can't beat luxury vinyl. It's waterproof, easy to clean and maintain, extremely durable, and looks great.
Are you nuts? Hardwood flooring's the way to go. It's durable, easy to maintain, matches every decor, and increases the value of your home instantly.
All right, one thing we can agree on is Tripp's Floor Sanding and Berkeley Fashion Flooring. They'll take care of you with great selection, service, and pricing.
Whether it's hardwood or luxury vinyl, call Trips at 304-229-7009.
Or visit TrippsFloorSanding.com. Orsini's, not just an appliance store anymore. They're your one-stop resource for all home needs, whether it's custom kitchen design, countertops, or cabinets, or check out their new sleep studio with Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, and Stearns & Foster. For all of your outdoor living needs, Orsini's has Gladiator Garage Works, Traeger grills, barbecue accessories, barbecue rubs and sauces, and every flavor wood pellets. Visit their brand new 8,200 square foot showroom at 360 Hack Wilson Way, 304-267-7251, Orsinis.com.
We are into the ninth inning in this one, our second extra inning, and back in with your play-by-play. It's Matt.
Thank you, sir. Pretty quick out of the warm-up pitches. First pitch to Zach Rose, a ball low and away. Second pitch swinging, that is strike one. Count even at 1 apiece. We're in the ninth inning, tied at 5. It was 3 runs in the bottom of the seventh for Hedgesville to force extra innings, and this game going to be the length of an MLB game at least. Here comes the 1-1 pitch to Rose. Long stretch, but low and away. As Rose thought about it, but was able to hold up. Count 2-1. We were, on the radio side, going to send you to Washington Nationals baseball. We may not do that anymore because we may run out of time to go to the Nats game. It's 11-10 in the bottom of the seventh. Martinsburg is back within 1 at P.O. Faulkner. Check swing at the plate for Zach Rose right in front of us. And he's able to hold up. 3-1, the count to Rose.
By the way, they're in the top of the ninth down in D.C. Still a 2-0 lead for the Reds over the Nationals.
We're probably not sending you to that Nats game the way things are going. No reason to send you down there for 1 out. Here comes the 3-1 pitch to Rose from Kyle West, who is back out in relief, and that one low and away, ball 4.
Let's see how head coach John Lowry Sr. elects to play it when you consider you've got really the meat of the order up. Are you going to go ahead and try to advance that base runner?
The batter is Wobnitz. He's got 2 hits on the day. He is 2 for 4. A single and a double. Has also come around to score a run. Squares around right in front of the plate. A foul ball. Is it pinballed a few feet in front of home plate? Strike one.
Yeah, I think that actually hit him as it came down in the batter's box and then sat out in front of the plate in the dirt. He's still in the box, so that's a foul ball. If he was out of the box when that one hit him, he would have been out.
Zach Rose at first. Does have a stolen base today, but wouldn't imagine he's on the move again. Here comes the 0-1. That one low blocked, and Aiden Milton able to keep it right underneath of him, holding Zach Rose at first base. He wasn't sure where that baseball was, looking back, wondering where it went. Ended up right at his feet. Count even 1 ball, 1 strike. Bub playing in at third base. It's Michael Nichols holding the runner on at first. Here comes the 1-1 pitch, a fastball. That one below the knees, ball 2.
Had the plate, but just a little bit too low. Good eye by Wobnitz. He's had a pretty good day at the plate.
Steps back in. Feet a bit wider than shoulder width as Rose gets a short lead off first base. West out of the stretch. Here comes the 2-1 delivery, driven the opposite way past Colby Blau at second base into right field, and 2 base runners to start the top of the 9th for Jefferson.
Yeah, good piece of hitting going the other way. Sharply hit past Blau, who was moving over to his left but just could not get there. And now Jefferson has something going in this top half of the 9th inning.
Nobody down. Zach Rose at second base. Sam Wobnitz is at first. Camian Gonzalez, the batter, steps into the right-hand batter's box. Again, has that tight, closed stance. Those feet only about a foot apart from one another. Now squares around a bunt, pulls back, and takes strike 1 on the breaking ball.
Yeah, good pitch on that inside part of the plate, and this is where it gets hard. We've seen him do this in prior at-bats and then pull that bat back and go ahead and swing through. In fact, he had a base hit earlier that way.
Squares around a bunt, now pulls back a swing and chased that one low and away in the dirt, 0-2. And apparently some fireworks at P.O. Faulkner tonight as Martinsburg comes back to win 12-11 over the Washington Patriots. And that seems like it was probably a good game down the stretch.
Bang, zoom, a block M.
In the books.
In the win column.
Camian Gonzalez taking his time before stepping in for the 0-2. Now does step in. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Fastball upstairs, ball 1.
Yeah, that one too high. Not going to get him to chase after that one.
Right now at second base, Zach Rose a very short lead, or at least up to this point. Only about a body length as Colby Blau holds him on, the second baseman. As Rose now does get another half step before retreating. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. This one lifted high into right center field. Butka moving to his left and makes the catch. Zach Rose tagging at second base, but just a bluff as that throw coming through, and he would have been hosed. That was a great throw from center field, 1 down.
Yeah, absolutely, and you've got to do that. You've got to make that bluff move to draw that throw and hope that perhaps Butka puts a little too much on it or not quite enough, and it skips away from or goes over the head of the third baseman. But in this case, that was a picture-perfect throw.
Batter Sammy Roberts. Roberts has had a very good day behind the plate. Also has added 2 hits at the plate. First pitch to him does swing through a low pitch at the plate, bouncing away from Aiden Milton. Runners will stay where they are as that ball ricocheting down the third base line, so Zach Rose having to stay at second base. Count 0-1. Roberts, a .333 hitter coming into today, has added his 10th run driven in on the season and takes strike 2 on the low inside corner.
Yeah, that RBI single his last time up. Another opportunity to bring in a run here.
Got to protect with 2 strikes, 1 down. Kyle West ready from the stretch. Here comes the 0-2. A cue ball off the end of the bat, and it is sent foul. Rushing over is Michael Nichols. Flips it back to West, who will make his stroll back to the mound. Count stays 0-2, 1 down. Here in the top of inning number 9, tied at 5. A week away from the postseason starting in the Mountain State. The top 2 teams in the region. Jefferson 1, Hedgesville 2, the top seed in their respective sections. Runners get their lead. Here comes the 0-2 pitch, high inside. Ball 1.
Here's a question. If this game doesn't end in this 9th inning, how much longer does West go? I mean, we're looking at him right now getting upwards of 70 pitch count so far.
The 1-2 fouled off at the plate, getting back to the screen. Let's do that 1-2 again. The 6th pitch of the at-bat coming up, and so far just one has missed the strike zone. I mean, he's got a week to rest. These are all tune-up games before. Is this his last tune-up before he goes into the sectional round of the playoffs? I don't know. That's an interesting question. The 1-2 fastball, that one above the letters, count even 2-2. I think you just kind of let him ride from here. This is a great baseball game. You do have, I believe, another sectional game left this
at Washington on Friday.
A regional game. Here comes the 2-2. Breaking ball called strike 3 on the inside corner.
Yeah, great pitch. Starts off that inside corner but breaks back in across the plate. Very tough pitch for that right-hand batter to handle.
So after the first 2 reach on a walk and a single, that is where the runners still stand. Zach Rose at second, Sam Wabnitz at first. A fly out to center field, then a strikeout.
Now batting number 20, Mark Smith.
As we get a pinch hitter, Mark Smith. It's the first time we've called his name all year. Smith takes ball 1 inside. Mark Smith on the season, 4 hits, 9 at-bats. It's a .444 batting average and has 3 runs driven in. Here comes the 1-0-2 Smith. Breaking ball. Strike 1.
It worked away from the right-hand batter. Tough spot for Smith. You've been sitting a long time waiting for an opportunity, and now you get in there. You face a very good pitcher in West in a key situation.
Here comes the 1-1. Some happy feet at the plate as Smith stands back in that box, kind of creeped up a bit and takes strike 2. Big situation here. Would be a tough one to swallow for Jefferson after getting a runner in scoring position with nobody out. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. That one low. Good take by Smith. Count even at 2.
Yeah, not chasing, so that's a good sign. Smith has 6 walks and has only struck out 3 times.
West steps off the mound. Now retoes that pitching rubber and looks in, awaiting the pitch. Quick
say
nod.
only 3. That's in 9 at-bats, though. So
here comes a 2-2 pitch. 2 down. That one driven the other way. Over the glove of Colby Blau into right field. Zach Rose being waved around third. He is going to score with ease. Smith moving to second base and being held at third base is Sam Wabnitz. And Jefferson regains the lead in the top of the 9th with 2 down, 6-5 on an RBI double for Mark Smith.
Boy, he hit that one sharply. No chance for Blau, the second baseman. And that one scooting across the grass out into right center field, and what a job for Smith. There you go. Comes in off the bench and delivers.
Textbook definition of a pinch hit. And now the pressure returns back to Hedgesville.
4th run batted in now for Smith this season. Probably none bigger.
Peyton Corwin, the batter. The lefty stands in. 2 runners in scoring position. First pitch to him, a fastball high and inside, ball 1.
And here's the key situation again. I mean, you got 2 more in scoring position. Pass ball, wild pitch could bring in a run, and, of course, a base hit could bring in 2 more.
Here comes the 1-0. That fastball up and away. 2-0. The infield on the right side playing back almost as shallow outfielders. Blau has the heels on the dirt before taking a few steps in, as does Michael Nichols. Time called at the plate. Now we are back to action as Corwin steps in. Count 2-0. Out of the stretch, here comes the 2-0 from West. That one low. Good block by Aiden Milton. But now 3 strikes to the bat, or 3 balls to the batter, no strikes.
He would like it to be 3 strikes.
3 strikes, and we're not talking, and it's just going to be put him on first. The intentional 1-pitch walk, as the count was already 3-0, and back to the top of the order, Connor Bailey due up.
Now a golden chance for the Jefferson Cougars. At the same time for Hedgesville, you now know you've got an out at any base.
Bailey on the day. 1 hit. Did reach on an error. So 1 for 5.
This will be the 6th time he's been up in this game in that leadoff spot.
Stands in the back of the batter's box and takes strike one at the knees.
It's the type of game that can do you good if you're putting bat on ball, or if you're not, can hurt the average. And right now he is 1 for 5.
West gets his signal. Ready with that 0-1 pitch. Here it is. Fastball. This one driven into right center field. That's down for a base hit. 1 run comes around to score. A second coming in, and Jefferson's lead is back out to 3 with a 2 RBI single for Connor Bailey.
Yeah, Wabnitz scores. Smith scores as well, and heady base running as Corwin goes from first to third to put runners at the corners. And boy, Bailey comes up with a clutch hit. 2 runs batted in, lifts him now to 17 on the season.
And not a easy out coming to the plate. Cullen Horowitz steps in. Don't want to load the bases again, so he's going to see some pitches. A double his last at-bat. Thought it was going to be the go-ahead run. Quick first and third fake by West on the mound. Nobody biting, so he will toe the pitching rubber.
Horowitz has a couple of singles, has bounced into a 5-4-3 double play, been intentionally walked and doubled. He's had a pretty good day.
First pitch to Horowitz, swing and a miss, strike 1.
Yeah, you hear the crowd with the woo. That was a huge cut.
I wish I could take a practice cut, or a full cut as hard as his practice cut. So much power in the right-hand senior. Runners at first and third, 2 down, the count 0-1, and Horowitz chases it upstairs 0-2.
Yeah,
tried to hold up, but just couldn't. Again, you get that much momentum going forward, it's hard to pull back. Horowitz on the day, 3 hits, and has been intentionally walked, grounded into a double play as well. So 3 for 4 officially for him. Runner at first on the move, ball in the dirt, and reaching second base is Connor Bailey. So now 2 runners in scoring position.
Yeah, perfect pitch to be going on. Not sure that you would have seen Milton throw down anyway, but no chance to throw with that one in the dirt.
1-2 the count to Horowitz. West set out of the stretch. Here comes the 1-2 pitch to the Bear. That one a fastball upstairs, count even at 2.
All right. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. He wasn't going after that high fastball that time. He did on the prior pitch. He showed some patience there.
Deuces are wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. West comes set. Ready with that 2-2 pitch. Fastball outside. Ball 3. Counts full.
Milton tried hard to frame that one on the outside edge.
He was just leaning too far off the plate to come back with it. Much to the dismay of the Hedgesville faithful. Full count. Here comes the payoff pitch. Ready with the 3-2 West. A breaking ball. Called strike 3 on the inside corner. 3 runs come across in the top of the 9th for Jefferson. It'll be 3 to keep playing, but we've said that before in this game for Hedgesville. They did it in the bottom of the 7th. Can they do it in the bottom of the 9th to tie it up at 8 or even get the win? We'll find out after this 60-second break.
Babe, I'm hungry.
Where do you want to go?
I don't know. You pick.
Chinese?
No, not feeling it.
Mexican?
No, we just had that over the weekend.
You pick.
Let's go to the Cider Press restaurant. They have a new smoker burger. I think you'd really like it.
The Cider Press restaurant inside Taylor's Farm Market has what you're craving, where the food is fresh and you feel right at home. Exit 5 right off I-81 in Inwood or online at ciderpressdeliandgrill.com.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood & Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandsmall.com.
Erie Insurance.
Welcome back into Eagle Field. Bottom of the ninth we go. 8-5 is the Jefferson lead over Hedgesville. 3 runs in the top of the ninth for the Cougars. And for the Eagles, they need 3 to keep playing. But again, we've said that before. It was the 7th inning, and they did just that, scoring 3 in the bottom of inning number 7, which brought us to extra innings. Both scoreless in the 8th. Jefferson's 3 in the 9th, and we shall see what the bottom of the 9th has in store for us here as we approach hour number 3 of baseball here on this Tuesday night. A week left in the regular season. The top 2 teams in the region, and showing that tonight.
And this one has that postseason feel. You talk about being the final week of the regular season, playoffs right around the corner. This is what we have to look forward to.
Daquan Shipe back out on the mound. First pitch, a called strike to catcher Aiden Milton. Milton, so far today, a run driven in and was intentionally walked. So far, 0 for 2, as it was a sacrifice fly that drove in a run. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. That one just a bit low, ball 1. Due up in this inning, Milton, Blau, and whoever may be next in the number 7 spot. We've seen 3 so far, and we may even get a pinch hitter, as it looks like there's a new number in the on-deck circle. 1-1 pitch. A high fly ball into shallow right field. Zach Rose, the first baseman, moving back on it and making the catch for out number 1.
And another pop out really in foul territory as Rose was crossing over that line. Able to pull that one in. Hunter Minnick to the plate.
He will be the pinch hitter for Colby Blau. Blau 3 strikeouts on the day. Coach Gross seeing if he can get some production out of the number 6 man in the order, or at least the 6th spot in the order. Seen Minnick use as a courtesy runner a couple of times in our coverage. First pitch swinging, lifts the ball high and foul out of play down the left field line. Bailey and Horwitz both moving over on it, but running out of real estate. Strike 1.
Matt, let's check in. 9th inning going on, bottom of the 9th in DC. Josh Bell with a home run to left center has the Nationals on the board, but still trailing 2-1. The bases are empty, and there are 2 outs.
And going pretty much on pace with what we have here.
Yeah.
Playing a major league pace game today. Weren't expecting that coming into this one. 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss by Minnick, now behind on the count 0-2. Jefferson 3 runs better than Hedgesville at the moment. See if Hedgesville can find a way to battle back. 0-2 pitch to Minnick, swing and a miss. And Hunter Minnick down on strikes, 2 down in the bottom of the 9th.
First strikeouts for Shipe. He's been very good at that throughout the course of this season.
It will be Nichols again. Saw him in the 7th inning. Was the last batter in that 7th inning, with an opportunity for a walk-off. First pitch swinging. Swing and a miss. 0-1 the count to Nichols. Infield playing back, everybody but third base. Shortstop is Gonzalez, and he is back at short where he started. Swing and a foul ball hitting the net just to our right, and Nichols behind in the count 0-2, and the Jefferson Cougars 1 strike away from getting the victory in 9. Shipe looks in. 2 down. Here comes the 0-2 pitch to Nichols. Swing and a miss as he chased the fastball upstairs. And Jefferson gets the win in 9 innings over Hedgesville. A final 8-5. The Eagles drop to 17-8 on the season, while Jefferson gets their 21st win in the 2021 campaign. A 2-minute break back at the studio. When we come back, we will recap what an exciting game this was and give you some stats to go along with it, along with setting you up for what is next for both of these 2 teams, along with what is next for our broadcast coverage. Again, your final, Jefferson getting the win in 9 innings, 8-5 over Hedgesville. We're back in 2 minutes.
All right, Matt, when it comes to flooring, you can't beat luxury vinyl. It's waterproof, easy to clean and maintain, extremely durable, and looks great.
Are you nuts? Hardwood flooring's the way to go. It's durable, easy to maintain, matches every decor, and increases the value of your home instantly.
All right, one thing we can agree on is Trips Floor Sanding and Berkeley Fashion Flooring. They'll take care of you with great selection, service, and pricing.
Whether it's hardwood or luxury vinyl, call Trips at 304-229-7009.
Or visit tripsfloorsanding.com.
This is Ben Copenhaver, your local alarm professional at Dynamark Atlantic Security. Did you know that home break-ins are 6% more likely during the day? That's right. The bad guys know when you are away, and they are smarter than you think. Dynamark Atlantic Security has the security solutions for you. Don't commit the error when the game is on the line. Phone me today at 304-671-2158 to learn how to play good defense against the bad guys. Dynamark Atlantic Security. Call today at 304-671-2158.
This is Matt Miller, along with my wife, Dale.
As homeowners, we've been through the mortgage process several times, and each time we went to Mark and Cheryl Savitt at the Mortgage Center.
They treat you like family with personal one-on-one service, walking with you through the process from application to settlement.
Plus, low interest rates and closing costs.
The Mortgage Center is on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Phone 304-267-9040.
Or online at mortgagefinancing.com. NMLS number 237527, equal housing lender. Remember that last trip to the auto mechanic?
I also think your solenoid gasket is bad.
What?
Yep, that'll be another $500.
Forget that and go to D&N Auto Specialist at 230 Tavern Road, Martinsburg, where honesty is their best policy. Serving the Eastern Panhandle since 1974, D&N Auto is family-owned and operated, specializing in exhaust alignments and tires. From general maintenance to major overhauls, they'll treat you right. Call D&N Auto Specialist at 304-267-4078.
We start our post-game show 8-5. Jefferson getting the win over Hedgesville. Matt, one run in the bottom of the first for Hedgesville. They drew first blood in this one. It was an RBI sacrifice fly for Aiden Milton, scored Thomas Butka. And you're going, all right, this is a Hedgesville team that we've been told by the man in charge, Eric Grove, all year. This is a team that has been starting slow, so you thought, okay, that's got to be a good sign for them. They've been hitting the ball a little bit better. They were starting strong, getting a run early in this one, so let's see how this plays out. Zeros across the board in the second inning, and then Jefferson with what was the big inning at the time, still the top scoring inning in the game, 4 runs in the top of the third inning. The first 5 batters reached base, and the big hit in that inning, the 3-run home run for Zach Rose, but Hedgesville coming back, getting back within 2 at 4-2 when they scored on a infield single RBI by Rowley Bubb, came around to score Kyle West in the third, 4-2, all the way until we got to the 7th inning. Jefferson was able to get one more run of insurance is what they thought. I'm sure they weren't expecting 3 runs for Hedgesville in the bottom of the 7th. That is exactly what they got. Goose eggs as we went to extra innings in the 8th inning, and then Jefferson 3 runs in the top of the 9th. And Hedgesville goes 1-2-3 in the bottom of the 9th. But what a baseball game we had tonight.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the numbers, and it's impressive. Jefferson had at least 1 hit in every single inning of this 9-inning game. Well, I've got 16 hits in all, and they were able to get the majority of their runs in 2 innings, and they scored 4 runs on 5 hits in that third and added 3 runs on 3 hits, took advantage of a couple of walks as well in that 9th inning. And we heard from Coach Eric Grove of Hedgesville in the pregame, you can't give Jefferson too many opportunities. They're too good a team. They'll take advantage, and they did that in the end.
All right, that's how this one played out. Another 1-minute break back at the studio. When we come back, we will give you some stats from this one and set you up for what is next for both of these two teams and what is next for our TV and radio broadcast, game-wise and otherwise, as we have a special event coming up on Thursday. Again, a 60-second break back at the studio. Then we are back for more of the post-game show. 8-5, Jefferson getting the win over Hedgesville this evening. We're back in 60.
Hefley Motor Company, serving the Eastern Panhandle for over 17 years. Known for our wide variety of vehicles at great prices, we are the area's only pre-owned Carfax Advantage dealer.
Save yourself time and money. Come see us. You'll be glad you did.
And don't forget our popular detailing service to keep your car looking brand new. We're proud to be your partner serving the community. You're local, we're local, why not buy local? Hefley Motor Company, and nice place to do business.
At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is prevent, promote, protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
Welcome back in one final time to the post-game show at Eagle Field. Hedgesville falling to Jefferson tonight 8-5. With the loss, the Eagles fall to 17-8 on the season. Jefferson improves to 21-2, but at this point in the year, that is all irrelevant, as it is time to aim towards the playoffs. A week from today is when the sectional round will start, and these two teams, the number one seed in their respective sections, 1 and 2 in overall regional rankings, with Jefferson being number 1, Hedgesville being number 2. Well, Matt, pitching-wise, Jackson Rest got the start for Hedgesville, and really take away that 4-run third inning. I thought the youngster pitched very well tonight. He went 5 innings, giving up 4 runs on 9 hits, striking out 3, but only walking 2, and I think that was the biggest stat you were looking for tonight out of the youngsters. What were you going to see with walks?
Yeah, and, he did a good job. He did what you wanted the sophomore to do. He gave his team an opportunity to win this game, and while he gets a no decision, you got to admire the way that he came out and performed in a very tough start tonight.
And do have to correct myself, 3 walks for Jackson Arrest, did not tally the one in the third. He gave way to Kyle West, 4 innings, 4 runs, 7 hits, 3 walks, and 5 strikeouts. West was able to while he gave up those 4 runs and gave up 7 hits, it really didn't seem like that, as they were scattered out from time to time. And obviously, coming in that 9th inning, those 3 seemed to come in at an opportune time. But again, I didn't think he pitched bad coming in relief.
No, not at all. Gave up the run there in that top of the 7th inning on the RBI hit with 2 outs, and you got to give some credit there in that at-bat. And then in that 9th inning, things just kind of went south for him with the leadoff walk, then the single. With 2 outs, that RBI double so huge from Mark Smith.
Yeah, absolutely. Going to Jefferson, 3 men on the mound for Riley Vadas. He started the game, went 5+. It was 5 innings and then 2 pitches into that 6th inning before he was pulled. He gave up 2 runs on 4 hits, striking out 4, walking 3, and hitting a batter. Gonzalez came in for the 3rd pitch of that at-bat in the 6th inning. He ended up going 2 innings on the mound, giving up 3 runs on 3 hits, striking out 4, and walking 2. And Daquan Shipe, 2 innings on the mound as well. No runs, 1 hit, 2 strikeouts, and no walks. Offensively, good grief, up and down the order for both sides. The highlights for Jefferson, a big 2 RBI single for Connor Bailey in the leadoff spot. That really, I think, kind of deflated Hedgesville in the 9th inning, as they ended up going 1-2-3 in the bottom of the 9th inning. For Colin Horowitz, he finished with 3 hits on the day. Reagan Ollinger finished with a hit and a run scored. Zach Rose, a 3-run home run, also an infield single. He came around to score 3 times. Sam Wabnitz, 3 hits on the evening, scoring twice, including a double, and just all the way up and down the order. Looking top to bottom, there was not a Jefferson Cougar that did not reach in some way, shape, form, or fashion in the ball game. Going over to Hedgesville in the leadoff spot, Thomas Butka found his way on a couple of times. A walk, an infield single, was hit by a pitch in the 8th inning. Kyle West, a big double in the 3rd inning to help get them back to within 2. He would come around to score the 2nd run of the game. Caden DeLauder, a couple of hits and an RBI along with a walk. Riley Bubb, a double, an infield single, RBI. And again, you look top to bottom, this game was full of 1 through 9, and for Hedgesville with the pinch hitters, really 1 through about 11 that was able to contribute at the plate.
Yeah, again, getting production all up and down the order. And, what a rally for Hedgesville in that 7th inning, just to force the extra innings. I know you're not out here looking for moral victories, but you showed tonight that you're playing one of the best teams in the state, and you were able to compete, had them on the ropes even. Now you know what you can do. You're capable of going out and getting those victories that you need to get come sectional and then regional tournament time.
Final numbers look like this for Jefferson: 8 runs on 16 hits, 1 error. 12 runners left on, 9 of those in scoring position. For Hedgesville, 5 runs on 8 hits, 2 errors, 11 runners left on, 5 of those in scoring position. Daquan Shipe picking up the win for the Jefferson Cougars. Kyle West with the loss. Shipe now 4-0 on the season. Kyle West 4-3. Time of the game, 3 hours on the dot.
A couple of other scores from around the Eastern Panhandle tonight. Martinsburg outlast Washington in a wild one, 12-11. Musselman in Mercy Rule fashion takes care of Frankfort, 11-1. Spring Mills beats Hampshire 8-3, and of course our final 8-5 is Jefferson now 21-2, and Hedgesville is at 17-8.
Night off for us tomorrow night. Again, we wanted to bring you that Musselman-Hampshire game tomorrow after not calling a game yesterday, but could not get the resources to do so on short notice. So no high school baseball coverage tomorrow night. Thursday night on TV 10, we will bring you the Musselman High School drive-through graduation for the second straight year, so that should be a fun event for those seniors to be recognized.
Is that on the YouTube channel
as
well?
That will be on WRNR YouTube, WRNR TV on YouTube as well, so if you can tune in, support those seniors. Another tough year for seniors in the Eastern Panhandle with what has been a crazy up and down year. And right now on Friday, our next game coverage is supposed to be Musselman at Martinsburg. Right now, weather-wise, not looking all that great.
Hopefully the weather forecast will change just a little bit, but it's a cool front that will be coming through, dropping those temperatures. Right now, Friday, clouds, a 60% chance of rain, and a high only of about 68, so we will see. The one thing we do know for sure, again, weather permitting next week, we now know what the sectional tournaments will look like, Matt. Region 2, Section 1, Hedgesville is the 1 seed. They'll host the 4 seed Spring Mills. That is next to Tuesday, June the 1st, right here at 7 p.m. And at 12 noon that same day, Martinsburg is the 2 seed, will host the 3 seed Musselman, and that game being played earlier in the day because Martinsburg has their graduation on Tuesday night.
That is going to wrap up our coverage from here tonight. A big thanks to all the folks here at Eagle Field, both head coaches, John Mowry Sr. and Eric Grove. Aaron Whitford, the athletic director here as well, for all the help, stats, and pregame interviews. Colin McLaughlin has been our studio engineer. On-site producer, Sherry Dieter Davis this evening. Donald Kenny was our cameraman. For Matt Miller, I am Matt Crawford, reminding you the final score one final time: Jefferson 8, Hedgesville 5. The Eagles 17-8, while Jefferson is 21-2. This has been West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
You've been listening to West Virginia High School Baseball. Today's game broadcast has been brought to you by
Smallwood and Small Insurance, Thomas Miller Agent, Administrative Drive, Martinsburg. Cider Press Restaurant, Exit 5, Inwood. Trips Floor Sanding and Berkeley Fashion Flooring in Inwood. Chris Ross with Milestone Realty, Tavern Road, Martinsburg. The Mortgage Center in the Aiken Center, Martinsburg. Dynamark Atlantic Security, your local alarm professional. Ollie's VIP Northside, Veronica Drive, Martinsburg. Art McBee Insurance, Martinsburg and Berkeley Springs. D&N Auto Specialists, off Tavern Road, Martinsburg. And Heffley Motors, HeffleyMotorCompany.com.
For the continued excitement of high school, college, and Major League Baseball, keep it tuned to FM 106.5, AM 740, Comcast Cable Channel 10, and online talkradio WRNR.com. All rights reserved.